vehicle, you could qualify for an additional $250 towards your purchase. How awesome is that? Plus, you'll make no payments until next year on your new Buick Investa. Or discover the spacious and comfortable 2025 Buick Enclave. This is beautiful. 3 rows of leather seating to up to 7 people. Well-qualified buyers can get 0.9% financing, and current drivers of an eligible non-GM vehicle could qualify for up to $1,500 towards your purchase. Plus, you'll make no payments until next year. You must finance through GM Financial. Not all buyers will qualify. Purchase allowance offer is for owners of a 2011 or newer GM vehicle, leases of a 2020 or newer model. It's Carl Black Chevrolet Buick and GMC, East Colonial Drive, 1 block west of Alafaya. Go online to carlblackorlando.com. Experience the new Buick.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth, LLC, a SEC-registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
If you've been thinking about upgrading your windows or patio doors, now's the perfect time with Renewal by Andersen. At Renewal by Andersen, their Acclaim impact replacement windows are built for Florida homes and designed for energy efficiency by maintaining indoor temperatures year-round and reducing heating and cooling costs. And with their Smart Sun glass option, you'll minimize heat loss and maximize energy savings. Renewal by Andersen windows are beautiful, durable, and energy efficient. What more could you ask for? Here's what Kathy had to say. Our windows look awesome. They did a great job on the installation. Highly recommend Renewal by Andersen. Right now, during their Big BOGO event, buy one replacement window or patio door, get the second 40% off, plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 12 months. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to see all of the beautiful products they offer and check out their hassle-free process and 4 easy steps. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, license number CGC 1527613.
At Smith & Yulo Law Firm, we are the criminal defense attorneys in Florida. We've handled it all. DUIs, thefts, felonies with proven results. Call 352-WIN-FOR-YOU for your free case evaluation. Smith & Yulo Law Firm, protecting your future with proven criminal defense.
You hear that? That's Mike, sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. That's because Mike was smart this time. He took Zquil Ultra to fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs. So now he wakes up refreshed and ready to conquer Mondays.
Let's do this Monday.
Zquil Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Get ready, Orlando. The Booze and Bites Festival hits Festival Park Saturday, September 13th. Unlimited drinks, $5 bites, live music, games, and more. All benefiting Second Harvest Food Bank. VIP at 12, general admission at 1. Tickets required. Get yours now at OrlandoBoozeandBitesFestival.com.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
Insurance companies often play tough, offering you the bare minimum for your injuries. But why settle for less? With me, Mo Dit, your Orlando injury attorney, you pay nothing unless we win. Don't let the insurance companies push you around. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Wednesday, September 10th, 2025. Lots to get to today. From Is This World War III to the North Carolina train stabber speaks from jail and the uprising in Nepal explained. This is Unhinged. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
Happy Hump Day.
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Record your first dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com right now. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your messages rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Wednesday?
Good. Pretty good.
Yeah,
How
good,
are you?
good. Good. You know, hanging in there, middle of the week. Here we are. Folks, we're going to have a wild ride today. Wild ride. Alarm bells ringing everywhere. People are like, seriously, is this the start of World War III? I don't know. It's this craziness all over. So we'll go through it together and see what's happening. But let's start off in another world entirely, if you don't mind. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to New York, everybody.
New York City. The big apple.
No, not the city. We go over to West Babylon, New York.
Long Island?
Long Island area. And there's a woman who I guess hates this dude in the neighborhood. All right? She hates her neighbor. And she walks out. This lady is out of her mind and off her rocker and everything in between. She walks out her front door and she blasts this old neighbor that she hates in the face with a flare. She just
a full flare?
walks
Good
out.
God.
I mean, a boat flare. She's got it in her hand. I'll let the audio do the talking here. Here we go. Right in the face.
Oh,
idiot! What is wrong with you?
He takes her down.
I've lived in San Francisco. I've lived in Boston. And nothing ever happened to me.
Wow.
Oh.
Me and Richard Catroni.
Did it blast his eyelids off too?
Honestly, thought it would be worse.
His face is all blasted up, folks, from getting hit with a flare right on the cheek. This gentleman. And he's like,
a good shot.
What did he say? I want to go back to this in a second here. But he's like, I lived in Boston. I lived in Chicago. I never been attacked like this. I never been attacked. This old lady just goes straight for him and blasts him in the face with a flare, right in the cheek. Oh, and he gets her. He tackles her.
Idiot! What is wrong with you?
What is wrong with you?
I've lived in San Francisco. I've lived in Boston. And nothing ever happened to me. I moved to Suffolk County in a senior community, and my neighbor shoots me in the face with a flare.
What a time to be alive. I go to Suffolk County, and my neighbor shoots me in the face with a flare.
I survived this, so I guess bring it on.
We got to find out, because it doesn't say in the stories I'm looking at. I'm looking at a couple of stories on this. Why did the old lady blast him in the face with a flare? And, I mean, do you think you could kill somebody if you took a flare and got him right in the face?
I think to the head, if it hit you in the head in the right place. Also, I don't know if there's a standard for flares. I mean, do you have the same flare on a dinghy that you might have on, say, like a mega yacht? There's probably different calibers.
Yeah. I mean, it must be because
I would have thought much more damage than just the. I mean, not that that's not a significant little mark he's got there.
His face was in the way of the travel of the flare. Had he been farther back, then it would have been the full force. The explosion.
Yeah.
Had she shot it up in the air, it was still traveling. So, I mean, still did some damage.
How many times do you think? And this is guesstimation here. We don't know. None of us are don't pretend to know. How much worse do you think flare to the face versus Roman candle to the face?
Oh, flare for sure.
Like 100 times worse?
The whole point of the flare is to signal other boats that you are in distress. Roman candles are just like fun little balls that shoot out.
Yeah, that will not indicate an emergency at all.
Our easily distracted chatters are like, what is this statue behind him? The guy he's got a very eclectic thing behind him in the background.
Also a bit distracting is like what led up to this.
I don't want to know. Yeah.
I mean, he was, and I'm playing just devil's advocate or perhaps just third party. He was on her property, right?
No, he was on his property. Hold on. No. She was coming out of her front door at the beginning, right?
Wait, does that mean she volunteered this footage?
It's from her doorbell cam. We got to learn more. Hang on. Let's see what else they say in the clip.
She kept coming out.
She kept coming out.
Me, telling me I'm a demon. I tried to murder her.
Hold on, stop. It sounded for a second like he had stopped quoting her, and that was his resolution. He's like, well, I tried to murder her. Didn't work.
Demon. He said she kept on coming out, mocking him, calling him a demon.
And my neighbor shoots me in the face with a flare. She was not afraid of me, though. She kept coming out, mocking me, telling me I'm a demon. I tried to murder her. It's just
unimaginable, he says. Poor guy.
Honestly, he didn't hit her enough.
You don't think so? He did tackle her.
Look at the footage a little bit. He tackled her and he got like one swat in.
You idiot! What is wrong with you?
Idiot.
You just
took her down.
You just got shot in the face with a flare. That's potentially attempted murder.
Buddy, for old people fights, this could be a TKO for life.
Her hips messed up.
She's old. Yeah, you're like, this could take her out. It could be like, how'd she die? Some guy tackled her.
He deserves a couple more punches.
Maybe.
What? I mean, it led up to something. Maybe he's full of demons.
Maybe he's a demon. Look her up. Kathleen, Katleen Schumann, Schuman, 76 years old, fired the weapon at 67-year-old Richard Coutron. And he said he's lived in lots of places, but he's never seen it quite like this. What's going on out there? West Babylon.
Very little about this in the News 12 Long Island page.
It's because we're on the cutting edge of a story once more, C-Lane.
Well, then there's nothing. We are the ones that have it. That's
she
it.
got arraigned yesterday, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But no update beyond that.
Well, we'll keep an eye on it. I just posted it on See It Now, so you guys can take a look at the visual there, because obviously I know there's a visual element to this. We appreciate you and want you to be able to see everything we're talking about.
Crazy old bitch.
She blasted him, man. Might have been fun,
anyways.
It might have been fun to, like, I don't want to hurt.
She's on target, though. She has a good shot. Thank God it wasn't a rifle, huh?
Didn't you throw a sandwich at C-Lane one time?
I did.
Yeah. And you peck up. Now, wouldn't it be more?
I didn't do it on my own accord. It was a bit.
Well, no, but wouldn't it be more satisfying, Sabrina, if you blasted C-Lane just like that with a flare?
No.
Bam! And maybe one of the flares that's like gun-shaped. Hers was like a stick, it looked like, I think. I don't know.
Right.
But the gun-shaped ones are super fun. It's very, very dangerous stuff. Speaking of dangerous, we are headed into the abyss, friends. The World War III chatter has truly began. People are talking about things like Article 4 in NATO. What does that even mean? You might not know. It's fine.
DEFCON.
We'll figure it out. What DEFCON are we on? How many minutes to midnight is it, everybody? Well,
do you really want to go into the world clock with us?
No. We're not going to do the doomsday clock. The doomsday clock is with every time I bring it up on the show.
Months.
What time is it?
No, not doing it. Every time I bring it up on the show, catastrophe. But Poland, over in Poland, the Russian drones apparently, allegedly, made their way into Polish airspace and blasted this house, like somebody's house in Poland and various other targets.
How many Polish people did it take?
I don't know. I was starting to wonder. I was talking last night, and Courtney's like, "You always tell people I make Polish jokes," and I was like, "That's fine because nobody really minds if you make Polish jokes right now." And then Joshua Fowler said, yeah, until Russia starts blasting Poland. 5 minutes later, Russia's blasting Poland. Here we are. Find ourselves in this world. And this all started from these drones violating Polish airspace, allegedly. We still don't know exactly what happened. And Poland is, as I know it, a NATO state, a NATO participant. If you don't know what this means, if you're part of NATO, it's supposed to be where we go one, we go all. And in NATO, if you attack one NATO country, the agreement is that all the other countries are going to come together and you will pay. You will pay for what you've done. So is that what's happening here? Because that could mean the world would be headed for war. Let's certainly hope not, but let's peek in.
This morning, Poland on high alert after drones from a wave of Russian attacks in neighboring Ukraine reportedly crossed the border. Polish and NATO air defenses were scrambled to shoot down the drones. People in 3 regions of Poland near the Ukraine border being urged to stay home. The Polish government calling the incident an act of aggression that posed a real threat to the safety of our citizens, adding that its forces remain fully prepared for immediate response. It comes less than a week after Russian President Vladimir Putin traveled to China showing unity with leaders of China and North Korea.
Oh, things are going great. We got the axis of evil 6.0 here forming. The bad guys, China, Russia, India, a new entry into this. Well, North Korea more so. And then you see afterwards that there's some expansion here into Poland and a couple other things. Here's the Polish prime minister. I know this is confusing. I apologize ahead of time. The leader of Poland, his name is Donald Tusk, which is pretty close to Donald Trump. All right. And so it might be a little confusing.
But with things coming out of his mouth.
I might even screw up his name a couple of times. But Donald Tusk, the Polish prime minister, he says this. Poland's airspace was violated last night. I'll just translate real time.
Airspace was violated by a large number of Russian drones.
He says, oh, he's like tapping his thumb. Those that could be a significant threat were shot down. In all likelihood, we're facing a large-scale provication. A beautiful but dog. Anyway, he anyway'd that. But anyway, we've had our consultations with NATO partners. I mean, this bro is fidgeting. Like, as he's talking this, his hands are like, okay, shaking around.
Big mad.
He's scared. I think he's big scared.
Got the Tusk out.
We're determined to react as adequately as last night if similar incidents repeat in the upcoming hours and days. That's the leader of Poland talking about what happened here. Is it World War III, baby? What's happening? Here's some more details. Poland will invoke Article 4 of NATO. That's the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, I think. NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, big group of countries. And Article 4 of NATO will be invoked, according to the leader of Poland. And that article reads this. The parties will consult together whenever, in the opinion of any of them, the territorial integrity, political independence, or security of any of the parties is threatened. Again, where we go one, we go all. If somebody is blasting you, we're all going to blast them back. Everybody's going to blast, right?
Blast off.
And per NATO's records, Article 4 has been invoked only 7 times since NATO was created in 1949. The last time was in 2022 after the Russian invasion of Ukraine. While Donald Tusk says he appreciates all the expressions of solidarity, the words are not enough. We need more support. Oh, no. What do you think? Is it worth it? Should we work it with them? Should we head on in?
Should we put our game down and flip it and reverse it?
Yes. Should we do all of those things? We need to know what you think. Is World War III on the horizon? Let us know your thoughts. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Over here with our Donald Trump is tracking the reports out of Poland, according to the White House, about Russian incursions into the airspace. And finally, this is how big the drones are. They're pretty incredible. The drones that you see, they're much.
He can.
I know. I can't hear you either.
Oh, hold on. I gotta send him.
Hang
Messages.
tight, folks.
Oh, where do you want me to?
Let me see if I can reconnect.
Oh, he thinks that he's not on the air.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. You hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I heard you the
Okay.
whole time.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm glad I didn't curse. Like, I was thinking about just dropping all sorts of offensive
Hi,
bombs.
how are you?
Okay, we're connected. Yeah, you guys fell out there for a second. Anyhow, World War III. Well, okay. World War III on the horizon here. We shall see exactly what went down and what you think should happen next. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll get to those, your emails, and a whole lot more on the way. We got a new... Hang tight, Skull Mike Squad. Hang tight. We will be reconnected momentarily. Please do not freak out. Please do not lose your mind. We're refreshing the connection with HQ. Hang on. Huh? Give me a sec, babe.
No, I'm going for a run.
Okay. All right, be safe.
All right. Hope you figure it out.
Okay, thank you. I will. See you later. Can you hear me? No? Okay. Hello. No lights, no lights on the brick. Everybody stand by. Stand down and stand by. Check, check, check. Okay, now we're getting a signal, excuse me. All right, we're getting a signal. Okay, we're connecting back to HQ. Check, 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 1, 2. Check, check, 1, 2. Got me? Okay, I think we're good now. I don't know what happened there, but here we are.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Just need Sabrina full screen and we're back to normal. Okay, folks, we're back, connected. Welcome to Wednesday. Uh-oh. Welcome to Wednesday. Hang on, things are going south. Let's try. Welcome to Wednesday. Yeah, we're in business, baby. Okay, 1 minute. Russia's fault, possibly. Could be the lizard. Could be the lizard that's in the system. If I'm honest, Sabrina doesn't want to believe it, but I think iHeart Internet dropped out again. Because my internet didn't drop. The stream didn't drop. Everything stayed up. Just fine. All right, we got 45 seconds and we're coming back. Yep. Hello, hello.
He took Zquil Ultra to fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs. So now he wakes up refreshed and ready to conquer Mondays.
Let's do this Monday.
Zquil Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
I'm Dan, he's Ty.
Hello.
And we're the Solid Verbal College Football Podcast.
Tune in for previews, recaps, bits you won't hear anywhere else, and all the emotional support you need as a college football fan.
Join us all season long as we ride the roller coaster of this ridiculous sport.
High stream people, I miss you. Hope you are having a good day.
All Ty, we live it.
Send him your tips and your deepest, darkest secrets. Email tips at the...
Clearly trying to sabotage the broadcast.
Wow.
No way.
Those danged Ruskies.
I knew it. The microphone here gets more powerful and more powerful by the day, and Russia doesn't like it one bit. And they decided to, in the middle of the World War III segment, they decided to just take me down to my knees. But I'm back on my feet now, where I think we're good.
Yeah, flare gun to the face is what they're going to get.
I wonder how that guy's feeling today. Flare gun to the face. Clip the start of the show.
Ointment on that.
That's gotta flare up. No pun intended. Much more on day two. It's got to be one of those ones where I one time when I was bowling and I was a little drunk, I fell on my butt, and the next day, like the day of, I'm like, no problem. I'm feeling good. Everything's fine. And then the next morning, you wake up and you're like, oh
no, that's how it was for me when I was on the cruise ship and I did that belly flop contest.
Mm-hmm.
And
whole body pain.
I felt fine. When it happened, I had a lot of things surging through me.
But little this, little that.
A little 1-2 buckle my shoe.
Adrenaline, I believe, is the word you're looking for.
That was mushroom. That was one of the things. No, but the next morning,
heroin.
No, definitely not. Definitely not that. The next morning, I was very much in pain.
Yeah,
on account of the bruised rib.
The day of, you're like, I'm invincible. Ain't nothing can take me down.
I'll take 14 more belly flops, thank you.
I'm still in the same shape I was when I was 19 years old.
I am a golden god.
And the next day, you're like, I'm not even a bronze god. I am ceramic.
Not honorable mention or participation trophy
I am
god.
a particle board god.
Yeah, it's a real brutal realization in life. I want to tell you something. You guys will run into this before I do, but we'll all run into it eventually. I want to tell you, I want you to tell me if you think this is going to be working or if this is going to be a bad idea. But there is a story out today that says Uber is now going to start doing something kind of unthinkable, something that they never did before, that they never even thought about doing, and that is accepting cash.
What?
Uber.
No.
Yeah. Uber is rolling out a new way to pay.
Is there like a up there in age demographic that Uber feels they're missing out on?
Maybe. It might be like,
do they want their drivers to get robbed more?
I think that they would have to actually think about that at some point, but
can the drivers opt out of accepting cash?
It's a good question. Let's see what it says. This says Uber is quietly rolling out a new way to pay cash. The company, long associated with card-only payments, has begun letting riders hand drivers bills at the end of trips. The feature started small in places like Cincinnati and San Antonio, but has expanded into places all over Florida and the Northeast, and et cetera, et
What
cetera.
is the point of that? That makes no sense. You are ordering Uber, say that 5 times fast, with your phone.
Yeah.
So you attach the card.
Yeah, but
So
here's
now
the problem. Here's the problem. They're saying the move, this is from Uber. Uber says the move is meant to include customers who don't have access to credit or digital payments. So I don't know if that's mega poor people.
Then you don't have access to Uber.
Or if it's like really, really old people. Or
how much do they think they're missing out on? Is the access, the lack of access to digital payments that big?
Maybe they feel like it's another growth space since they've been so dominating in this area. Maybe like the only people who aren't using Uber are the people who are still using cabs and want to pay with cash.
I think one of the more dumb moves, because when Uber started, it was like, all right, you have the app. One of the things that kept you from using Uber was if your phone was dead, right? You need a charged phone to access the app and to summon a car.
Yeah.
And then they came up with this feature that I thought was real dumb. It was like, you can call Uber now. Like you could a taxi.
Which is like the antithesis of everything the company is about.
Yeah, except in practice, I think the number that you called from had to be tied to your Uber account. So it wasn't like a taxi at all. It wasn't like if you got too drunk at the bar could call you a cab and send you home. Unless they used your phone. Like it's not, which is better for the bar because then they're not paying for a cab for you or whatever.
Right. But what are the logistics of that? Like that doesn't even work.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to get to your phone to do it. But yeah, they've started to do this. A bunch of these Uber drivers are not happy with it. I'm hesitant with the issue we had.
Imagine you have to now carry that change. Or what happens when you don't have change?
Well, it says it's on by default. Let's hear from this guy. He's not going to curse, is he? An Uber driver?
Look you have here. Oh, it's behind my big head.
All right, there it is. It says on the screen. Oh God, stupid pop-ups from them.
I want to see that related video a little bit.
Accept cash, and then it's default slid on, and in the trip filters they have that. Now you can turn it off, but it pops up for Uber drivers now, and you might not even know. And then some oldo gets out of your car and goes, "Here you go, young whippersnapper," and they hand you some bills, some, how do you say, actual money, some cash.
I had a driver that didn't know his Uber pet option was turned on, and when we tried to get into his car with Lexi, he was a total dick about it.
Oh,
and
really?
I was like, "You got to cancel this, man. You accepted this ride." And then he drove off to the next block and waited, thinking I was going to cancel it and take the hit for it. And I was like,
Oh,
screw you, man.
Yeah, these Uber drivers
Uber
don't
chicken.
like it. This guy says Uber deducts a cut later. So what happens is, this is the twist here. Let's say you're driving around and the fee is like $50. The person pays you $50 cash, right? But now, technically, you owe Uber money because they didn't get their cut digitally.
Well, they just take it out of what they owe you.
Yeah, or then the next ride or whatever you do, that they'll then put it on that one and let you get the cash from the people that you're going to.
Screw Uber drivers over.
It could be bad, but you know what I think is happening here? I think, well, I don't even know if this would be filed the same way. It might be some way to push in through the cash tips portion of things with like the new tax incentives and stuff. Because if people use cash and then they tip you, then that cash would probably qualify as being tax-free up to about $150,000 or something like that. Whatever the point is that they've put in there of no return. So I don't know if it's that. I don't know what they're flirting with here. But Uber drivers, tell us what you think. Will you turn this off? Will you keep this on? What are your thoughts on it? Send us a dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com.
Interesting here. Uber recommends bringing smaller bills. I guess they're recommending that to the customers, since drivers may not always carry change. If a rider overpays, this is like such... you're on the honesty system here. If a rider overpays, the extra amount will be credited as Uber Cash to use on future rides or Uber Eats orders. If a fare isn't fully paid, the balance must be cleared in the app before another trip can be booked.
A nightmare.
That's going to be a mess.
Who's going to want to do that? And they want to pick up more customers, but they have to now figure out within their phone all of that?
And what happens if Sabrina puts her Uber thing on cash and then C-Lane goes to pick up Sabrina and then at the end she's like, oh, I actually don't have enough cash to pay for the ride.
You have to clear the balance before you can book another trip.
Do you? Okay. So to like lock you in and you won't be able to use Uber.
But it's like, how do you clear the balance if you don't have access to a digital payment?
Yeah, sounds complicated.
I want to see what you think. Uber drivers, hit us up either with the dispatch or tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Go ahead,
There are limits. Cash rides are not available between 11 p.m. and 6 a.m., and the option cannot be used for scheduled trips through Uber Reserve.
It's hard.
Riders also can't change destinations or add stops mid-trip when paying with cash. This is stupid.
Yeah, like Uber, it was working. It was working. You were dominating the world. You killed all the cab companies.
If it ain't broke, fix it till it is.
I saw a cab the other day, and it was like the first week that the Cybertrucks came out. I was like, it's a cab. That's a cab, a taxi. It's a taxi cab with like a little thing on top and everything. It was like I had seen an alien vehicle driving around. That's how successful you've been, Uber. Just take the W and just ride off into the sunset. We didn't need to do this, I don't think. Unless the drivers like it. We shall see. Let us know what you think over on thenewsjunkie.com. Meanwhile, Trump went out to dinner in Washington, D.C. last night. He went out to dinner. He went to Joe's Seafood in Washington, D.C.
Not to be confused with Crab Shack. That's another Joe.
I've not been to a Joe's Seafood. I have been to a Joe's Crab Shack. Yes, indeed, way back in the day. But he went to Joe's Seafood. Here's the president before they went into the restaurant. All right, let's see here.
4 months ago, I certainly wouldn't have done it a year ago. This was one of the most unsafe cities in the country.
They look
now
like
it's
Sims.
as safe as there is in the country.
You know what's crazy? He's like, it was the most unsafe. I could not do this before. Just for the record, there are so many security vehicles, like completely,
and everyone looks the same with their hands next to their hips. And everyone's kind of just nodding like little
Secret Service,
robots.
Secret Service everywhere. So he pops up and he's like, we wouldn't have been able to do this.
I would have done this 4 months ago. I certainly wouldn't have done it a year ago.
Vance is there. Rubio's there. Hegseth is there.
Unsafe cities in the country. Now it's as safe as there is in the country. So we're here with cabinet members having dinner, and everybody should go out.
So he's in D.C. He's excited to go to not Joe's Crab Shack, but Joe's Seafood. And he's like, hey, this has been a grand success. It looks like he's right on some front there. But the problem is he cleared out some of the criminals, these recidivists, these folks who I always complain about, the limited number of folks who are screwing up the experiences for everybody else. Keep seeing evidence on this. There was some study I saw out of Sweden that said 70+% of crimes are committed by recidivists, meaning people who have been arrested over and over and over again. 70% of the crimes. That was at a Swedish study. And then I saw another one that said 80 to 90% of crimes are committed by people who have committed 3 or more crimes prior to that. We have problems with people who are the criminals who just keep doing this crap over and over, these antisocial losers who are screwing it up for everybody. And they swept some of them, apparently, at least some of them, off of the streets of D.C. What they didn't do is get rid of the protesters because they were in Joe's Seafood.
Free DC! Free Palestine! Trump is the Hitler of our time!
All right, he's wandering into Joe's Crab Shack. I don't know how they're literally like at the president's table.
They're right there. And then my favorite part is, face to face. And he almost starts to bob his head. It's a good tune.
He's jamming?
They're calling me Hitler, but it's a good tune. Now, and then he does one finger wave. Just wait for it. It's great.
He comes up. This is Code Pink. These are like a far left protest group that's been around for a very long time. I might be wrong, but I think Code Pink came out after the Iraq War. Right around there is when I remember starting to see these Code Pink people. And so their Free Palestine is their thing at the moment. And they're saying Trump is the Hitler of all time. I don't know how they ended up at the table where the president of the United States of America is going to be. Did they get a job at Joe's Seafood? How did they get this far in? But there they are.
Trump is the Hitler of our time.
He's kind of smirking at him.
Free Palestine. Trump is the Hitler of our time.
And he's like, get out of here. Get him out of here.
Free Palestine. Trump is the Hitler of our time.
No, that is wild. They're 8 feet from the president of the United States.
Get
in
that
this
close
restaurant.
to the president.
Who dropped the ball here? Unless the restaurant was like, hell yeah, brother, let's do it. Let's let the protesters come in. We'll get Joe's Seafood on the map big time. How on earth do these people get that close to President Trump in D.C.? Because we know some people who own restaurants in different venues and stuff where not even the president, but like where a big political figure like the governor, where like the governor will come.
I thought it was the lieutenant governor.
Oh, God.
They stretch it out to that much. So expand on that times 10, even more maybe, and you'll know what it's like when the president comes to visit your establishment. They've been in Joe's Seafood. They've looked at Joe's Seafood in and out and up and down. They've looked for bugs and bombs and everything in between. How they not noticed that these protesters were going to be at the damn table?
This is embarrassing. For a Secret Service who may or may not have had a little blip when it comes to Trump. We had a little bit of a breach when it comes to President Trump.
Right.
And now they have not cleared the place in such a manner that these protesters are able to chant there 8 feet from him. That's what if one of them had something?
And they didn't. They weren't violent. They were just chanting stuff, right? But what if they did? Let's go. All right, time to go. There's not even that many people in the restaurant.
Free Palestine. Trump is the Hitler.
Let me go.
And he was welcomed here.
And he was welcomed here. So they're throwing barbs at Joe's Seafood. If Joe's Seafood wasn't in on it, what was the breakdown? How does this happen? How do these folks actually get there? Pretty crazy to think about. Yeah. But it happened. And now, obviously, you got to get the water cannons and blast these folks right out of the city, wash them right past the criminals, and then finally, you can go out to dinner in Washington, D.C. Everything will be fixed over there. They were inside the restaurant, and seems like a bit of a failure to me, but let me know what your thoughts are. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. More on D.C. a little bit later on in the show. I want to talk about, and I know this is probably not on most of your radars, but there's something happening in a little place called Nepal. Okay, if you don't know where Nepal is on the map, it's in the Himalayas. It's a beautiful, stunning place. And right now, the most unhinged S is happening. Even if you don't know anything about this, trust me, you will be interested. We'll talk about it in just a bit. We also got to talk about something you found in the trunk of a Tesla that's been making headlines. We got a lot to touch on a very busy Wednesday. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
And this one victim said, quote, "Our sweet mother, they dismembered her. They sold her shoulders, knees, and feet for profits." I don't even know how I would react, but I will say it would be poorly.
If you found out they sold her head, shoulders, knees, and toes,
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey, Central Florida, and happy Wednesday. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And for today, we are going to be expecting some slightly lower chances of showers and storms. So plan for around a 60 to 70% chance of rain today. A partly to mostly cloudy skies on the way, and that will help to keep temperatures right around the mid to upper 80s. Plan for a high of 88 degrees today in Orlando. We'll expect lower chances of rain slowly but surely as we head into the weekend as drier air filters in and temperatures only climb into the mid and upper 80s. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
Hey folks, how are you? Welcome to Behind the Scenes.
Look at Everdoor.com. Everdoor, the garage door that lasts ever.
Courtney is excited. Courtney is about to be famous, she thinks. She's thrilled because as she was going on her run, an Apple car passed her that she thinks was doing some sort of mapping, and she thinks she's going to be on the map.
Also featuring the music of Savannah's
God bless.
Plus, live wrestling featuring Amber Nova and Angelique from the Monsters in the Morning versus
Chat, what do you think? New polling data has Mamdani on top. In New York City, the mayor battle heats up. The socialist dude, the Muslim guy, from 9/11 to a Muslim mayor. Could it happen? Crazy. Insanity. Who? Zoran Mamdani, the Democratic Socialist. Just call yourself socialist. The socialist who's running for mayor of New York City. And I hate his ideas. Hate his ideas. Wouldn't want it. If he won the mayoralship in a city that I was in, I would probably try to go to another city. If I had businesses there, I'd probably relocate them. But he's a pretty charismatic guy. He's pretty smart. He's good at like doing interviews and talking to young people. And Bootsy says, I say why not? We've tried Republican and Democrat. You might find out why we were trying Republican and Democrat and not that if you're in New York City. New York City deserves everything they vote for. Well, I haven't been to New York in quite some time. It's not for me. It's not for me. It seems to me like the epitome of like, what if we had a big giant city and we just turned the suck meter on everything up just a little bit? Rats and trash and hobos everywhere. Like, what if we just turn the suck up? Like, if you turn the suck down, a beautiful place. Too soon, Chaos. Too soon. Mamdani will make a fine mayor, and the millionaires and billionaires could continue to freak out about it. Maybe. Good luck. Good luck. He can't be worse than the last guy? Who do you mean, Adams? Man, Adams screwed it up for everybody. New York there's something about New York City that just attracts the most corrupt politicians. Just the most corrupt politicians you could ever imagine. It's something to behold. I guess that's kind of politics though, right? Like, what normal ass person raises their hand and is like, oh, I would like to stand up for the little guy and go represent regular people and citizens of my city in Congress. And by the way, I don't plan to do any cable news hits, and I won't be on Twitter, and I won't be writing books and doing speeches for tens of thousands of dollars. Just want to get the job. No, nobody does that. It's a magnet for narcissists. Two minutes. I didn't know it was physically possible, but New York City sucks and blows at the same time. It's a shame because there's some beautiful stuff. There's some cool people. There's some cool culture. There's some good museums, goodish museums. There's some great restaurants, like bar none. I mean, New York, one of the only places you could ever go where each neighborhood, Chelsea, Soho, wherever you are, you could spend a bunch of time in, and you throw a rock and hit another glorious restaurant. It's fantastic. It's really something else. Everybody driven to a politician has an inflated ego, and every person who should be a politician is too self-aware to take it on. True. Bingo. I wanted to be a political figure in the country. You know what you did. Chaos on Twitch. You know what you did. You learned about it last night on Secret Shows, which will be released I think on Friday by 5 p.m. You know what you did. Can't trust you. Not even a bit.
So if you're a soldier facing such challenges, go to cordellcordell.com.
The greatest American rock band is from New York City? Oh, God. I hate to tell you this, but without a shadow of a doubt, 10 toes down, not only are the Ramones not America's greatest rock band, I would put them miles behind Creed. The Ramones are one of the most overrated punk bands of all time. Sorry I said it.
My name is Arnold. Prior
Become a nurse. I spent 16 years in the military. I went to visit the campus. The facilities were amazing.
Rasmussen University. Are you ready to be your own hero? Learn more at rasmussen.edu.
Save every day at Headquarter Hyundai. We've dropped prices on acres of new Hyundais. Visit headquarterhyundai.com.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The kind of crew who types the word functioning in bold, italic, and underline.
Drones. 12 drones so far in Poland. Again, if you're wondering why that matters, because potentially those were sent. We really don't know, but potentially those drones were sent by Russia. And if they were, that would be an incursion into Polish territory. And that would trigger possibly Article 4, which could lead to NATO countries, which would be a big chunk of the world, going to war with Russia. Russia could be joined by their allies, which currently include North Korea, China, India, and some other countries. And then,
no world leader has said anything. Like, Russia must have been asked at this point, hey, was it y'all that sent it?
I've seen some pushback.
On the drone, like, made in Russia?
At some point in the last couple of years, there was a similar incident to this, and then it turned out I think there was a missile that landed in Poland or something, and it turned out it was a Ukrainian misfire or something. But I mean, this is like when you find 12 drones, that's kind of a lot. It's quite a few drones you're sending over there, and that could certainly be an issue. So we're keeping an eye on it, like everything else. Hopefully, everybody chills. Don't want any wars going on any more than we already have. I want to talk about this story because it reminds me of how uncool Sea Light is. That's the main reason why I want to bring up this story.
Why is Sea Light uncool?
I was going to talk about this story yesterday, but Sea Light was like, please don't bring this story up because I don't know how to say the name of the rapper that was involved.
Oh, bull.
And I said, what, dude? You don't know this guy? Oh, my God. And
lying out your ass.
There's the story of the rapper in Los Angeles.
You thought he was called the DVD rapper.
Ooh. I don't think I said that.
Yeah.
I said yesterday when we were talking about this, Sea Light, I said, is his name like DVD or something? Because the guy's name is D4VD. And
pronounced David.
Yeah. In new band world, that's like, churches and all these other bands that have done the funky spelling of things. He's David Anthony Burke, a popular singer out of Texas, and his car was, I guess, like impounded at a tow yard. And then when they looked in the car, there was a body. Oh. There's the dead person in this rapper's car. And I don't know anything about David or D4VD or whomever this guy actually is. But they said a
DVDA.
woman who was 5 feet 1 inch tall and 71 pounds, guys. 71
Wait, was it not the rapper?
Pounds. No, the female who was found in there was wearing a tube top and black leggings. She has a tattoo on her right index finger that reads shh, and she was wearing yellow metal stud earrings and a metal chain bracelet.
Was she 71 pounds decomposed, or?
They said she had been in the vehicle for an extended period of time.
Right.
The only thing I can tell you is 71 pounds. What's Jackson weigh now?
Like probably 72 pounds.
he can't be that far.
No. Probably. He has a
30
appointment coming up. He's probably in the mid 30s.
Yeah. So it's like, I mean, just to show you, if you're a grown woman and you're 71 pounds, like that's incredibly small.
But like I said, are they just weighing the decomposed body, or do they know that this woman, as she was alive, was 71 pounds? Because it says
that's a great question.
The body was heavily decomposed, chopped into several pieces, and stuffed inside of the frunk.
Oh, in the frunk. So, like where the engine would be on a normal car, it was inside this wrapper, inside the frunk of his Tesla. And they went there, and the employees were like, guys, I'm glad we've gotten so many cars that we've towed in the last couple of weeks, but something stinks. And the employees of the tow yard started wandering around. They're like, what is that smell? I don't know how many stories we've done. On this show, we've done so many stories where people will tell you, if you smell a dead body, you know right away. You know, you don't go, oh, I wonder if that's a bunch of pizzas in the trunk. You go, no, that is Kaylee Anthony. You know what it smells like.
You figure, though, somebody working at that tow yard has smelled a dead body before.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, tow yard people. They've lived a life. They understand what's going on.
Find some cool stuff beyond dead bodies.
Not this, though. This wasn't great. The LAPD said the car, which has Texas license plates and was linked to this rapper, David Anthony Burke, a popular singer with the name D4VD, or David, was towed from a Hollywood Hills location after it was abandoned 5 days ago. And then I guess there's some other missing person that is like tied to this whole thing, too. So it's kind of unclear about what's going on. Do iHeart radio stations even play anything from this guy, or is he like
let's give it a look?
All online success? D4VD.
When stories like this happen, I'm like, we are really that old. It's not even popping up as a suggestion in new music. Okay, so
D4VD is this guy's.
Anything. Oh, wait. Well,
oh, really?
Would you like to hear Romantic Homicide?
Yeah.
Here with me or Feel It?
Give me Feel It.
All right. Feel It in 3, 2.
Okay.
Is that a baby?
Rapper?
I thought he was a rapper.
All right, here's Romantic Homicide.
Both of these songs, Here With Me and Romantic Homicide, say alternative, and then Feel It is CHR.
It's like one of those things that's a gender bender in terms of genre. You know what I mean? Like this, you can't really classify it as anything in particular because that's kind of R&B to me. Somebody says he's on tour. He's on tour right now. Damn.
He played his
good time tour, considering the dead body.
Good or bad.
He played his next show after they found that body. I mean, he's cooperating with police, but he still played his next tour stop.
He's like, look, when I left the Tesla, there wasn't a dead body in it. What'd you guys do? What were you up to? That's what the real problem is. Let us know what you think. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com.
None of his songs have been aired on any of our stations in the building in over a year.
Okay, so he's not getting a lot of airplay as of recent, but
Can't imagine being one of the DJs introducing, by the way, this guy just had a dead body found in his car. Here's Feel It.
Yeah,
Day for Defeated.
It was a nice little song. I'm gonna say I did
Tell you who
not
doesn't
hate
feel it anymore.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on, man.
Tattoo.
He's a songwriter, but she's decomposed.
Quick break. When we come back, I've got something that we just absolutely have to talk about, and it could impact your next vacation. So I want to put this on your radar. We got an update, a new twist in the Phillies Karen story, believe it or not. Thought we were maybe going to squeeze past that, but no, there's a new twist, Rooney. I'm interested in it. And we'll get to all of that. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Week 2 of the NFL season has the Tampa Bay Bucks in Houston to play the Texans on Monday Night Football. Coverage starts at 6 p.m. Monday on Real Radio 104.1 and the free iHeartRadio app. Presented by First Horizon Bank and Renewal by Anderson, official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Crews are on the roadways clearing up an accident on the ramp from Orangewood Boulevard to the Beach Line westbound, I-4 eastbound before Sand Lake Road. There's an overturned vehicle off to the shoulder getting cleared up. It's slowing down traffic. Traffic's backed up from Darrell Carter Parkway. Look out for emergency crews on the roadways. There's an earlier accident getting cleared up on US 27 northbound at Davenport Boulevard. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Truist. When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable.
Hey folks, skull mic. That's what we call this. Because there's a skull with a microphone. And now, a tracking camera.
Declaring freedom from their electric company and owning their own.
Chad, I've got something for you in a minute. I want to ask you, if you don't mind, still doing some testing in the YouTube video world. I think the videos are like decent quality and getting better. They're going to get much, much better as I go because I'm figuring this world out. But the new video that I put out there is me trying to launch off of something that's not quite a viral trend of the moment. So go check out the latest video on YouTube about the voting dog with the new big twist in that story, which is pretty crazy, actually. We're going to talk about it on the show. Go watch the latest video. It's short and sweet. It's less than 4 minutes long, and I think you'll find it interesting. Watch that over on YouTube and give it a comment afterwards. Thank you. We are live for Skull Mike, says Waterboys. Those weirdos who listen on the radio are missing out. True. Did Sean mention the Epstein birthday letter today or yesterday? There's not really much of a debate to be had here. Like, people who don't like Trump are saying that there was this Epstein book and it had this message in it that Trump wrote that was this really weird sort of like poem, I guess, or like this weird message to Jeffrey Epstein from Trump. And this version of it went around before, but it wasn't the real one. And now they've released what is supposed to be the real one from this book that Epstein had. And then Trump says, I didn't write that or sign it. And then it's like, okay, everybody, I think everybody's kind of made up their mind whether they believe it or not, or what they think about it in the grand scheme of things. You know what I mean? Like, nothing against it. We can talk about it. We can talk about anything here. But I don't feel like there's a lot of fertile ground there. I don't know exactly where we're going to go. Who called the correction phone in the video? I cannot tell you. I cannot reveal that information. Thank you for watching, Ryan. Bless you. It's a $10 billion lawsuit, kind of important. Not really. Not really. In the grand scheme of things, it's like, if you believe that Trump wrote all that stuff and drew like a little naked character, then you're probably going to believe more that like there was something nefarious. There's not really any evidence going on to suggest that this is the case, but something nefarious with Trump and Epstein, and then, you'll go down that path. I think that Trump was closer with Epstein than he wants to admit. A lot of politicians were, because Epstein was a powerful, rich man who was very much involved in politics. But I just really don't think there's a lot there. I think we've done it right here.
Serving in the military requires great sacrifices, not just for one's country, but also for one's family. Not surprising.
Less than 2 minutes and we're back.
Is especially difficult, and it raises a number of challenges that are peculiar to military divorce.
Trump was definitely an informant against Epstein. I've seen that. I don't know that I believe that either. I think these are all like little fringe things. Like, when you go for a run or a walk around the neighborhood, and every once in a while when you're walking, you'll walk into like this little squadron of tiny little bugs, and you walk in. That's what these stories are to me. It's one of those squadrons of these little bugs where I'm like, there's not really anything there. Maybe he did it, maybe he didn't. It's not going to drastically change anything. Okay, we got to talk about this voter fraud lady in a second. And we got to talk about Amtrak, believe it or not. Because this is a damn scandal. It's a train scandal. It's going to impact you. And the Phillies care. We got an update on her. All that coming up in just a moment here. Hang tight.
Bring your window and door measurements. You must be in person at a New South showroom to get this deal. Offer is subject to conditions. Visit newsouth.com/deal or call 800-NEW-WINDOWS.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Send him your tips and your deepest, darkest secrets. Email tips at the...
Appreciate it. A strange update on the Philly Karen story, the Phillies fan Karen that we'll talk about, and also something that could affect your travel in the very, very near future. All of that coming up in just a moment. Big thanks to everybody who has been watching the videos that I've been posting over on Facebook and YouTube. The last several have done very, 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 very well. I appreciate that. It's a direction that I'm excited to head into even more, and a way that I'm going to expand certainly my presence on social media is through these videos. I'm learning how to do all sorts of stuff. So go check out the latest one over on youtube.com/thenewsjunkie if you get a shot. Philly Karen on the way. But let's talk about trains. Any of you, either one of you, Sabrina or Celine, have you been on an Amtrak like anytime recently?
Not since
recently, no.
Chicago.
My last experience with Amtrak was when Dylan would take the Amtrak to come up from his mom's house. Amtrak, here's just my vision of it, and I could be totally wrong. Celine would probably know more because I know you've watched some of these weird videos. But I view it as like sort of dated, kind of like uncomfortable, not very fast, not a great way to travel. Do you think any of that is fair at all?
Some yes, some no. I think it's a fine way to travel. I think
they're cheap too, right?
Yeah, it's good. It's good price. We were going from Springfield to Chicago to continue a vacation that we had been on, and it was like a bus, but a little better than a bus. It wasn't super uncomfortable.
That sounds bad.
They're
like a bus, but just a little better than a bus. You know how I feel about public buses, right? I've made this clear to you before. I know I have. I know we've been on a public bus together, and Celine was like, Sean is not.
I took pictures of you, of how uncomfortable you were on the public bus.
Sean does not like the public bus. It's better than that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It as far as good or bad way to travel, I think it's fine because we didn't rent a car. We were going from one city to the other to spend more time in the bigger city, and it was a very convenient way to get across a little bit of country. And it was funny when we were in Chicago.
A little bit of rock and roll too, huh?
Yeah, when we were in Chicago and we were near the Wrigley Field. We were at this bar, and the bartender was telling us a story about how these guys were all pumped because they got tickets for that day's Cubs game. And she was like, there is not a Cubs game here today. They're playing an away game in Milwaukee or something.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And they were like all bummed because I guess like one person, somebody's wife, like had bought all the tickets and not realized that the game was not a home game. And she's like, you have enough time. You could hop on a train and be in Milwaukee by the time this game happens. And I was like, man, that is cool. You could just really just get on the train and go, and it's not expensive, and I think it's a decent form of transportation.
Okay, I don't know if we could find agreement before I get to my point here on whether Amtrak.
Well, no, I just want to talk long enough so you never get to your point. I just want to drone on about trains.
I'll get there. But the Amtrak situation, I don't know if we can agree that, because I think Amtrak sucks. I think it's bad. But maybe we can agree on this. We all are well aware that there are better rail options where it's like, whoa, this is nice. This is a train that I don't mind being on. This is like fast internet and high speed and comfortable chairs and snacks and a bar cart. And
that one I've used many a times.
Those are nice.
Well, the
Those
high speed.
They do hit people quite often. But
well, that's not their fault. The high speed, I think, I think trains can get to a decent speed if they didn't have so many stops.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that. Because right now, they've just started something that was part of a $2.45 billion project for Amtrak, right? They said, we have to update things. In the United States, our trains suck. They admitted it. They said, let's spend some money. And they spent $2.45 billion with a B. That's a lot of money. If you stacked it up, it'd be high. That's what I'm going to tell you about it. If you stacked it up, it'd be high. How high? I don't know. Doesn't really matter. But $2.45 billion was this project to bring these 5 next generation, I think you pronounce them Acela trains, ACELA. And they just put them into service. All right. So remember this. The government decided to do this. The Amtrak trains suck. Let's get some nice, cool, fast ones. Let's put these Acela trains out there for $2.45 billion. They're slower than the old ones. They have put them out there and they have timed them, and they are slower than the old ones. They said this was supposed to improve service along the Washington to Boston corridor, but 2 of them running from Washington to Boston will actually travel more slowly than their predecessors do on the same route. So those old trains are actually faster. The new trains are scheduled to take at least 7 hours and 5 minutes to complete the trip, compared to the old trains, 6 hours and 56 minutes. And we spent $2.45 billion to improve something. We didn't make it better. We, in fact, made it a little bit slower. That seems like a frustrating outcome, but let me know what you think. Maybe you've ridden one of these already. Tell us your experience. Tips, TIPS at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, quick update on the Phillies Karen story, because I want to ask both of you a question real quick before we get into a little bit of feedback from the audience today. Why do you think Phillies Karen has not been named and shamed? Why do you think, of all of the people, you know how this works?
The wrong name was given, right?
Yep, they misidentified a person in multiple different news reports, including like a Yahoo one, I think. They identified the woman. That woman at least says, unless she's being clever, I'm not the Phillies Karen. Why do you think when so often people can just go they're typing away on the internet, and they if somebody has a TikTok where they say something offensive, within 5 minutes, I know who they are and where they work and, how many kids they have.
And people use maybe something that is shown in the background, and they're able to find the place and identify the person within minutes.
So why is this woman untraceable? Why have they not found this Philly's Karen lady, found her name, found out who she is?
My first guess is that there are a lot of women in Philly that have that same exact haircut.
There might be a lot of people per capita with the Karen haircut in Philly. Could be that. I thought the first one was off when they named this one because they said she was 70-something. And I said, she doesn't look 70 to me. This lady doesn't look 70. Maybe she is, but she didn't look 70 to me.
way.
But for some reason, they haven't been able to find this woman. They haven't been able to track her down.
Maybe she realized after she got horrendously booed at the stadium that she needs to go straight to a barber
her name?
and cut her hair off and look different.
Yeah. It could have been immediately she did a face off. She's like, I'm going to take my face
She did
off.
Grand Theft Auto when you're wanted by the police. You drive up into the building that spray paints your car a different color, and then your wanted level goes down.
I never made it past the lobby.
I don't know why they haven't been able to do it, but I'm interested in your theories. Is this woman just so off the grid like the Unabomber? They can't find anything. There's no photos of her. There's no nothing of her. Everybody else they find in 5 seconds. Everybody else we track down, but not this Philly's Karen lady. Why? Let us know what you think. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. This person says, I'd like to be anonymous. To tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Says, anon, because for some reason this is a hot take, and people who disagree with this topic can be toxic. Any guesses where emailer is going? Any guesses?
Read that again.
And anon, because for some reason this is a hot take, and the people who disagree with this topic can be toxic. Think about what we talked about recently on the show. What would end up in that category?
Mental health?
People that
That's a good guess. That's a good guess. That's not
Somebody was coming at you on Twitter for that.
Yeah, the real. We'll talk about that. What a weird view some of these people have. What a weird one. Like you come out and say that the train attacker who killed the Ukrainian woman, you say that this person was mentally ill. Like, stop giving him excuses. Stop saying he's mentally ill. Like,
did you read the story? Did you hear us talk about the fact that he was mentally ill, that he was calling the police saying that there was man-made substances controlling his body?
Are you one of these people who, if somebody came up to you and they were talking to themselves and they were mentally ill, you would think if you slapped them enough times, then they would just go, okay, I'm sorry, I'll stop it. This is a thing. Don't get me distracted. Anon.
So it wasn't that.
Anon, no, it wasn't that, but that was a good guess. Anon, because for some reason this is a hot take and the people who disagree with this topic can be toxic. Regarding dogs, here is yet another story that just happened in Hollywood, Florida. And the dirtbag dog owners, I guess a pit bull in this case, are blaming the victim, it says. We'll take a look at the story. If the pit bull didn't get loose, then this would have never happened. The pit bull owners only received a citation for a loose dog, but what about this poor elderly man's injuries and his dog injuries? I could send you hundreds of similar stories. Yes, I think dangerous dog breeds such as pit bulls should be banned. Requiring dangerous dog owners to be held responsible, at least financially, for the damage and destruction their dogs cause is futile. I don't care about financially. You know my take on this. I told you loud and clear yesterday. I just want to hold these people accountable in a criminal sense. Thank you for trying to hold dangerous dog owners accountable. Have a good day, says Anonymous. And I don't care what kind of dog it is. I don't want specific rules against breeds. I just want dog owners. When your dog commits an act of violence, I want it to be just as if you have done it, because you are the one responsible for subjecting somebody else to that experience. They sent along this story. It says, I didn't want to do it. Hollywood man explains why he strangled neighbor's dog. Jesus. Said he was protecting his own dog. Both dog owners are telling different stories. The neighbors say the whole block is traumatized. The block is hot. It happened after one family's dog, Bailey, pit bull, got loose Saturday morning and ended up dead. Video capture of the incident says a neighbor said, I'm going to kill your dog. He was on top of my dog, choking her out. Bottom line, I don't even have to read every single detail here. This is why you keep your dog secure at all times. I swear to God, we could zap out a lot of problems if we kept our dogs and our guns secure in the United States of America. You know what I mean? We could solve at least a couple few problems if we kept our dogs secure and our guns secure in the United States of America. That might be nice. It might be a nice little treat if we could try that out. But we'll see. Thank you for sending the story over. Appreciate that, Anonymous. Quick break. When we come back, we'll talk to you. A lot of people chiming in on various things we've talked about today. We'll get to those, I promise. I want to talk about this Nepal thing eventually. It seems like you'll be like, what? I don't know. I'm not connected with that. Wait till you hear what's happening in this country. It could happen here. It literally could. And a whole lot more on the way in a very busy Wednesday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio. It is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
What is everybody on that this is the look?
What do you mean, like the scrunchies around their legs?
Big old hair, scrunchies, mom jeans. It's like just bad.
Man, you don't know what you're...
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
I'm getting all horny just thinking about it.
Okay.
You're listening to the Monsters in the Morning.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Emergency crews are clearing up an accident blocking all lanes on Reinhardt Road southbound between Highway 417 and Town Center Boulevard. An overturned vehicle's getting cleared up on I-4 eastbound at Sand Lake Road. The right lane's blocked. Traffic's backed up from Darrell Carter Parkway. The traffic lights are acting a little bit funny where Kirkman Road meets Old Winter Garden Road. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. Starting stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement. Batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Did you know that mortgage guy Don offers HELOCs? That's right, home equity lines of credit. It's a way to unlock your equity while keeping your super low 2%, 3%, or 4% rate intact on the first mortgage. Get cash out for home improvements, debt consolidation, weddings, back taxes, jet skis, whatever you want. And unlike the corner banks, that mortgage guy Don has HELOC options as low as a 640 credit score. So get a quote.
Hello. All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Is there a troll on the loose in YouTube chat? Who is this S. Washkiv? Vic Hosh's backwards? Should we ban this person? What's going on? I'm not connected into whatever drama is going on, but I see a little bit of a back and forth, so I want to know. Should we put the ban over to Mr. Predicto? He's a Russian spy? What'd he say? No ban said nothing overboard? They did. I didn't see too much bad, you know? Twitch, you are not allowed to weigh in on a YouTube user, whether they're banned or not. You are able to weigh in on an unbanned request or a Twitch user that should be banned. You don't need to weigh in on a YouTube user being banned because I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to do. You're just going to stir up shit. You're going to stir up trouble and you're going to say, ban him, ban him. Just complaining about the show. All I saw was a complaint about like the presets on iHeart or something. I don't really care. I don't care about that. I mean, I the commercials and the promos and stuff are going to annoy some people sometimes. It's okay. Maybe I missed something. You guys can't take 1 ounce of pushback without running to a mod and begging for bans? Well, I just saw them talking about it. I don't know if they've run to the mods. But if you're just showing up, go look at the chat rules, thenewsjunkie.com/chat, thenewsjunkie.com/chat. If you're just trying to be oppositional to the flow of chat and you're just trying to pick fights with individual people the whole time, then I will fucking shoot you to the moon. And it won't bother me one bit. I mean, I'd rather see you hang out. I'm over the preset shit. I mean, okay, but can you just kind of ignore that? You don't even have to hear it right now. We're talking back and forth during the breaks. Can you just ignore that and tune that out? That seems like kind of a small deal, I would think, overall. Seems like something that you just go like, okay, fine. I find this to be a little annoying. You know, I have stuff that I hear that I think is annoying. You know what I do? I just ignore it. What do you mean nobody's asking for a ban? A bunch of people just did? Not really on YouTube. Most people seem to be like, nah, not a big deal. Twitch did, because Twitch is trolling you. Silly Goose, hello. Welcome on board, Silly Goose. Good to have you. This is the show behind the show. It's called Skull Mike. There's a skull right here. I don't think I can show you. If I go all the way down, there's a skull Mike. And in the equipment here, there is also a lizard on the loose. Skull Mike turned into Skull Cam, and this is how we talk when we're in big, long, syndicated commercial breaks. So now you know. And now we're going to get back to the show. And I won't talk about presets. All right? You have my word.
That matter without congestion.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it. Try Sinex Severe from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
iHeart's Yacht Rock Radio goes commercial-free every weekend. Enjoy the greatest 70s and 80s smooth soft rock all weekend. All commercial-free. High tide, low tide, no tide. Yacht Rock Radio works everywhere. Open the free iHeartRadio app, search Yacht Rock, and make it a preset now.
Where common sense meets complete nonsense. This is the News Junkie.
The big event is coming up at a very exclusive venue, and we're going to be at a place called Judson's Live on October 30th, finalizing some details, getting tickets out to you. Allegedly, I've been told this week. Those are going to sell out. They're going to sell out fast because this roast is going to be a crazy good time. There'll be lots of special appearances, and there's we've been saving up jokes. I know I'm getting ready. It's going to be a blast. So if you want to spend some time having fun and hearing jokes at my expense, well, that's coming up on October 30th. Tickets on sale soon. Make sure you are watching if you want to be at this very, very exclusive event. Okay, we got a lot to get into. Let's see what we could do here. We got to get to some dispatches here momentarily. But I wanted to give you a bit of an idea of what's happening in Nepal. And I know that that's a world away. So let's start with, what is Nepal? Where is Nepal? How does one Nepal? And
Hi, I'm Nepal.
My knowledge of Nepal is limited to a couple of things. One, the geography is in the Himalayas. It's beautiful. It's a stunning place to look at. Some of the people among the Nepalese are really tough folks who spend their time taking other folks to the top of mountains like Everest, in and out, back and forth each and every week. They're resilient people. They're an interesting people. And there you go. There's a rather small country that most people don't talk about in Nepal. But right now, Gen Z in Nepal is losing it. They are losing it.
What happened?
And I'll show you something here. For those of you watching, you can always watch the show on YouTube at twitch.tv/newsjunkie. Let me turn this down. This is a drone flying over Nepal, and you'll see protesters everywhere. There's riots in the streets. They're burning down the politicians' houses. There's cars on fire. There's smoke everywhere. These are Gen Z protesters.
This is
that
some
have taken to the
sick drone
streets.
footage, though.
The drone is like a racing drone. It's just flying around.
FPV for sure.
You can see just how chaotic it is in this area of Nepal. You know what they're mad about?
What?
Well, in Nepal, the politicians decided to start out.
Oh, the Neapolitans.
The Neapolitans decided to start out with a brilliant idea of banning all the popular social media websites.
Oh, right.
YouTube, TikTok, all of the websites that the
what
kids
this get
love.
posted on?
I was going to say, where do you even post this video if they're all banned?
MySpace?
There's a little thing happening here called a victory, because when they started going nuts, the Gen Zers in Nepal, the politicians said, okay, we give uncle. And they decided that what we'll do is we'll allow access back to these social media websites that started this. This is not some like left-wing tanky communist thing. This is not some right-wing fascist thing. These are young people who are just pissed off at the government. The government banned them from their websites, and that started it. Now let me tell you how unhinged this has gotten. Okay? You guys can see some stories that will back up what I'm about to say. One of the former prime ministers of Nepal, they went to his house. Okay? This would be a person that would be the equivalent of Obama. All right? Like Obama's a former president of the United States.
Right.
They went to their equivalent of an Obama and went to the former prime minister's house and lit the house on fire and burned his wife alive.
Oh.
Okay?
They really like TikTok there.
They are going into politicians' houses, burning them to the ground.
Because of social media. There must be other things attached to this?
There's more. That's what started the outrage from these Gen Zers across the world in Nepal. But they got mad because the politicians kept voting themselves to get pay raises as everybody else in the country struggles. And I think the finance minister was attacked. Let me see if I can bring that up recently. But they're going after the politicians. They're beating the hell out of them. Okay, this is the finance minister of the country. All right, you can imagine our equivalent. This would be somebody in a suit at the White House, high-end job. And in this case, they're being chased through the streets of Nepal. Hang on, the video doesn't want to load.
Why are you even in the streets? My guy?
They wanted this guy bad, and they found him. Hang on, I gotta make sure we can look at this. Okay, this is them carrying the prime minister right here. I'll just shoot. This is them carrying him through the
They stripped him
streets.
down completely?
They stripped him down to his boxer shorts.
Wow.
And he was running. Here he is running for his life, with a massive mob going after him. Oh, he got drop kicked. Wow. All right. One person is trying to protect him as everybody else goes after him.
Holy crap. This is nuts.
All right, this is just like the beginning of what's happening there. Now, I'm going to put this up on See It Now, obviously, because it's a visual. But this is what's happening in Nepal. The Gen Zers are so mad about politicians being corrupt, about politicians giving themselves pay raises as everybody else gets poorer and poorer.
Now, you said the former prime minister was the one that they burnt his house down. Was this the one that just resigned?
No, to be clear, they have burnt multiple prime minister and former prime ministers' houses down. One of them, they burned the former first lady of Nepal alive.
Right.
She burned and died. And some of them, they just destroyed their homes. You can find more examples of this probably in stories, but Nepal politician attack. I'm going to put this up over on See It Now so you can see it's absolutely it's madness on the streets attack.
I mean, has there been any word on what is going to calm things down, or they're just going to kill off all the politicians?
Well, they're trying, because the first thing that they tried was, as you guys imagine, they said, we're sorry, we made a mistake. we will put the internet back up and you can have all your different websites, right? And then very quickly they said that's not really doing so much here. But they've also said that, I think Celine pointed out, the prime minister has resigned.
Yeah,
and that still isn't enough.
KP Sharma Oli. Oli.
This says it's an organic youth-led movement, a youth-driven organic uprising, not a leftist or nationalist mobilization uprooted or rooted in ideology. There's no agenda for them like, right-wing or left-wing. The protests were diverse, not ideological, and these people are just pissed off. Students, young people, mad. They're demanding accountability, fairness, and digital freedom, which is a big thing that a lot of countries are kind of struggling with right now. You know what another thing is that fired them up that they got mad about? Nepo babies, Nepo kids. Because
aren't they all Nepo babies?
Well, Nepal, Nepo.
Napa babies.
They mean the nepotism children in their country who are all rich and they got it so easy while these other folks are struggling. So they are freaking out. And they said, enough's enough. And they are demanding that the government is replaced with all Gen Z people.
Okay.
That's what they want.
Right.
They want the government replaced with all Gen Z people. They want a clean government. They want a corruption-free government in Nepal. And otherwise, they're going to keep burning everything down, burning people alive.
Make up the majority of the population?
I don't think so, but I don't know about. I don't know about the demographics of Nepal. I don't know as much as I'd like to know about that.
Gen Z takes over the entire Nepalese government, and then all the laws just come in vertical video form with that narrator.
At least 22 people have been killed and hundreds have been wounded in these clashes. The international airport is shut down. It's just chaos. There's 30 million people in the country, and they're known for their turbulent politics. They've seen more than a dozen governments since they transitioned to a republic after a monarchy was ended in 2008. And people between 13 and 28, Gen Z, are responsible for these protests. Pretty crazy goings on there, and certainly something worth keeping our eyes on over in Nepal. Okay, let's see what you got going on. A lot of you are chiming in. Somebody wants to talk about trains? We can talk about trains. Let's do it. I brought up this story where they said we spent over $2 billion getting some new trains on the Amtrak lines, and they're slower than the old trains. So it's not really working out just yet. And they're like, well, now we need new tracks. Okay.
All right, so speaking of trains, what we need here is like one of those Japanese magnetic high-speed trains that go like 300 miles an hour.
Fast.
Those things are crazy. They've had theirs for so long and had 0 fatalities, pretty much, because
you can't
they're
find
obviously
the
a hell
body
of a lot
parts?
smarter than we are over here, because everyone over here is idiots and just stands in front of a freaking train and dies because people are dumb.
Not everyone, but certainly people,
I
yes.
got off topic, but later.
It happens. Thank
If you got hit by a train that's going 350 miles an hour, there's nothing for them to find.
Not going to be a lot.
You are
no. You're out of your
You're
shoes.
dust.
You're probably out of your pants.
I think you're out of your bones.
You're going to be
Do you
a
not
mess.
disintegrate?
No, you would not.
350 miles an hour.
Have you ever seen somebody who tried to parachute and the parachute didn't work, and they just hit the ground full speed?
No,
we don't have the same algorithm, bud.
You guys don't watch fun stuff at all.
I watch a donkey and a cat become best friends. That seems like a good time.
That's okay. That's like, an eye bleach segment. You go, God, I saw too many people hit the ground full speed. Now I want to watch something a little sweeter. And I'll
Okay,
get
but
some
that's
animals
the
that are friends.
ground. Now I'm talking about the other way around. Because have you ever seen the hand gliders?
Yeah.
And they try to go into the little hole in the mountain.
Yeah.
And
they
they
miss.
completely disintegrate.
Yeah, but they're running into. It depends on how you hit it.
This week in physics.
If you're hit by a train going 300 miles per hour, you are going to be mangled. There's no doubt about that. But will your bones fly out of your body?
Ask ChatGPT.
It's good. All right, it's a good question. Let me see. TNJAI. Let's see here.
Last time we talked to ChatGPT, they thought that you were 15.
Well, I'm older now. ChatGPT, just so you know, TNJAI. I'm older. I'm an old gentleman asking you this question, but my question is about trains. If a 300 mile per hour train hit a person, what would happen to that person's body?
It's a grim scenario, but at that speed, the impact would be catastrophic, likely resulting in immediate and severe injury or fatality. The force would be extreme, and it's a situation best avoided.
Yeah, of course it is. What would happen to their body? Like, would their bones come out of their skin? Like, what would happen to them physically? Would they disintegrate?
Yes. In a collision with a train moving at 300 miles per hour, the impact would be catastrophic.
Oh, my God.
The force would be immense, likely causing immediate disintegration of the body. Bones could shatter, and soft tissues would be severely damaged or destroyed upon impact. It would be a very traumatic event.
Yeah, of course it would be a traumatic event.
Yes, and catastrophic, but disintegrate. Why don't you believe?
Because the human body is not going to disintegrate.
Okay, but they're using the sources of all the internet, and yet you still don't believe it.
In this case, I think I'm smarter than the AI in this case. Disintegrate to me, what does that mean to you? What does the outcome look like when you think about it? There's nothing. There's no, the cops come and they're like, what are we even doing here?
Exactly. We see maybe some guts somewhere, but it's all gone.
The body would still be there at 300 miles an hour, I think. The body would still be there.
You know, if there were like a spill in your backyard and you're like, I could clean this up, but there were a bigger one and it's spread everywhere, and you go, I'm going to let the rain get this one. That's what I think of disintegrate. We let the rain get that one.
Yeah, yes, and there's no way. There's just going to be like blops left that the rain washes away. No way. No, it's not.
I don't know. Who do you need to talk to get the right answer? Like an actual physicist? I thought ChatGPT would have a good answer.
Yeah, I mean, it's just somebody saying 350 miles an hour would be confetti. No, it wouldn't. Your body would still be there. It would just be really, really messed up. It would be absolutely messed up. But to think about like disintegration, you'd have to like fling somebody into an oncoming asteroid to get to that level of energy. There's not enough energy at 300 miles an hour. I don't know. Let me know what you think if you're an expert in this field. But I think AI is wrong there and Sabrina is wrong there. We'll see if we can hash this out. You're definitely wrong. Okay, when we come back, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? What do the Lone Ranger and Darth Vader have in common? Apparently, very rich fans. Old news, movie pass, giant scam. New, less scammy, more scary, /pass. Plus, so much to catch up with Charlie Sheen, like 3 tiger bloods worth. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan, brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 8 p.m., it's Good Sauce with Ross and Joel. At 9, it's Real Laughs, followed by Real Music Weekends at 10 on Real Radio 104.1 and on your free iHeartRadio app.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Happy Wednesday, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And for today, we are going to be expecting more rain, not quite as widespread and heavy as what we saw yesterday, but still planned for around a 60 to 70% chance, mainly during the course of this afternoon and evening. Those who have already seen a lot of rain can expect some minor flooding. Otherwise, as we head towards the end of this week and weekend, we'll expect some much needed dry time to return with only a 20 and 30% chance of rain this weekend. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Everdoor Garage Door. Squeaks, jerks, and rattles? Your garage door's crying for Everdoor for just $49.
Hello, Skull Mic activated. Welcome into behind the scenes on the show. Hello? Oh no, did you get rain on? Sorry. How bad was it?
Like a mile.
Was it just straight up pouring on you? Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Did you get your run done?
Well, yeah.
You were at the end of it? Wasn't it a nice, refreshing end to your run?
No, because it was dry for the last half mile.
Oh.
So it just sucked.
Oh, okay. All right, well, tell me what you want to do about it. See you later. Bye. Maybe a random hand or a shoeless foot remains? There's gotta be, and this is my point on this. There's gotta be something. a finger, a hand, a foot, a bone. I think Sabrina legitimately believes there will be a mist and the person will just like squishing somebody said water balloon, you know? No, not turn to mist. No, I don't believe that. A penis? Could be a rogue penis left behind. Not picking that up. I'm not gay. 3 minutes and we're coming back. After the next episode, we have audio from the North Carolina train stabber guy. Very curious. His sister called him in prison and got him to talk about the crime and then released the audio, I guess, to the Daily Mail. I don't know. It's kind of wild, but we're going to talk about that in just a bit. No, I've seen people after plane crashes, they turn into pulp and teeth. That is vile. They were finding pieces of the astronauts who died in the shuttle explosion? Well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you're like on return at the speed that they're going, which is well over 300 miles an hour, and you have an explosion, yeah, of course. Ew, Marla. Pulp and teeth is quite the visual. It is. I like my OJ with no pulp and teeth. That is disturbing. 90 seconds, and we're back for the next episode. Then we'll play that jailhouse audio, all right, of the lunatic psychopath who killed the woman on the train in North Carolina. By the way, how many of you have watched the video of that actual stabbing? Horrific. Horrific. Just that there's a moment where she's just sitting there and she realizes she's been stabbed. It's a lot. It's tough. Do not recommend. But an important lesson. You should not be forced to cohabitate your city with a bunch of mentally ill, violent people waiting for them to unleash something that we consider a crime on one of you. You deserve better than that.
Kenny did say, get Duke's Mayo in store. It's got twang.
America's #1 app for radio is iHeart. Live radio, trusted DJs, breaking news, live play-by-play, plus the station you're listening to right now, anytime, anywhere. Join the millions who already have it. Open the free iHeartRadio app today. The #1 app for radio.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The most viral newsroom on the planet is still humming along. This is
all things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. And we'll get to more of your reactions on the show today. Send those over on thenewsjunkie.com. Coming up in a bit, we got a phone call from prison from the guy who stabbed and killed that poor woman, that Ukrainian woman in North Carolina. And the phone call is just crazy to listen to. Quick update. I went back and asked some other questions about the train at 300 miles an hour. And here's what I got. At 300 miles per hour or 134 m/s, which I'm assuming is meters per second, the forces would be catastrophic. A human struck at that speed experiences instant, unsurvivable blunt force trauma and what they call extreme deceleration. So the kinetic energy would be 0.63 megajoules, or similar to falling from 3,000 feet. So they're saying, here's their quote, and I guess we can land on this. Intact remains would not be expected. So would it be a miss? I don't think it would be a miss still, but they're saying there wouldn't be a whole lot left of a person at that speed. So I'll take
pulverization of sorts.
Yeah, somebody said what was it? Pulp and
confetti
and teeth?
Like
Pulp
a
and
steak
teeth?
concert confetti.
Pulp and teeth is such a disgusting way. By the
and
way,
a cool band name.
AI is very worried about me. It says, if you're dealing with something distressing or personal around this topic, I'm here to talk through resources.
Man, you can't just ask ChatGPT a fun question anymore. It's got to cover its own ass.
I'm trying to made a birthday card for you. And it was a lot of loopholes and a lot of
What
different
did you
ways.
put in the birthday card that got them worried?
We'll find out.
Okay, all right.
It's on Celine's birthday tomorrow.
All right, let's get into it. Here we go. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Here you go, young whippersnapper.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up is right. If you are looking to refinance, buy a beautiful dream home, perhaps HELOC is in your near future. Just know that you got to work with someone who's got your back. The man, the legend, super cool guy, very nice and very smart. I'm talking about That Mortgage Guy Don. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com. Website is chock full of information for you. Very easy to navigate through. But any question you have, you got direct access to the man himself. ThatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with That Mortgage Guy Don.
Some of you people on the texting service are dark. Have you thought about disintegrating bodies too much? Small pieces of soft tissue have to be collected with tongs and placed in a Ziploc bag. Then a high-pressure hose, rinse and repeat.
You guys saw the first episode of The Boys.
Oh, the person, yeah.
That's what I'm referring to.
Okay.
Am I right or am I wrong?
I don't think that was accurate, but I think it might be close considering the answers that are coming in. So I'll take that.
Can barely say it. How about this?
Oh, my God. Do you think the person just blows into mist and there's nothing left behind? Of course that doesn't happen. Jesus, take the win, okay?
If you need more evidence that Jeffrey Epstein was one sick mother bleeper.
I don't really, but.
All right. You don't want to see his 50th birthday book? Because boy, oh boy.
Yeah, I saw it. I can pull this
I didn't
up.
even do the throwback. My bad.
You want to go back to that?
Yeah, a little bit. 29 years ago, 1996, this gal right here.
Sheryl Crow.
Sheryl Crow is right, and it was on this day. I mean, did she walk so we could run?
Maybe.
1996, her self-titled second album, banned by Walmart because of the song "Love Is a Good Thing." Do you remember why?
Really?
Love is a good thing.
Yeah. Here's the exact
Say something
lyric.
gay in it or something?
No gay stuff.
Oh.
Watch your sister, watch your brother, watch your children while they kill each other with a gun they bought at Walmart discounts.
Cheryl getting it. Yeah,
Okay.
the direct quote is mentioning children killing each other with a gun they bought at the Walmart discount stores.
Damn.
So they
Okay.
said, banned, baby.
Damn,
Now,
Walmart used to be pretty trigger happy on that stuff, huh?
they love their guns.
Well, didn't Walmart always take the ones off the shelves that had the explicit sticker? Wouldn't they not carry them?
Oh, for a second I thought, what guns have explicit stickers on them? But I don't remember. I was CD trader when I growing up and stuff. So yeah, that 50th birthday book for Jeffrey Epstein is featuring a lot of drawings of underage girls. We'll get right to it. No dancing around. They obtained a copy of the B-Day book, released it to the public earlier this week, showing artwork from an unidentified artist that will surely gross a lot of people out. That seems to be the case. One drawing. What?
One of the drawings, it says 1983. Is this the one you're talking about?
That's the one I'm about to bring up.
Okay.
It's, for those of you not watching on the stream, it's a man handing multicolored balloons to a group of pigtailed girls with 1983 scribbled at the bottom. And then the next thing is 2003, where it seems to be depicting Jeffrey Epstein getting massages and other pleasurable stuff.
We know that's not true because they would have been too old.
Exactly.
They would have been too old at that point. He's giving them a lollipop in the first picture too.
Young women.
Why is
wearing
the plane in the sea?
I don't know.
Is that a?
It's not one of those.
Telling?
I don't think it's a great drawing. That's not bad though.
Do you have the zebra with the giant penis?
No, I don't think so. I'm
Give it a
hesitant.
gooks. Yeah, the other part of the birthday book contains a very well-endowed zebra humping another zebra, and that pic is featured. No one knows why, but
I didn't know this
is
much of the birthday
Epstein's.
book was out. I thought most people are just focused on the Trump thing.
We have, the one, it's like a typewritten script. Oh,
they blurted out. Come on.
Thank
no,
God.
is that from it? Because it's supposed to be humping another zebra.
All right, hold on. This is what I found.
Did you
Let me
just
see.
Google zebra with big penis?
No, of course I Googled Epstein zebra like a normal person. All right.
My bad. The Trump one is like a typewritten letter, a sketch of a naked woman with breasts, signed Donald using squiggly lines.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be the pubic hair of the female.
This is the version that the Wall Street Journal suggested was happening, right? And this is the actual version.
Oh.
So the Wall Street Journal gave like some much more generous boobs to the drawing.
Like a soda can.
But I think the text is the same. It's like this weird, creepy text, and then they're suggesting that this was signed Donald Trump. He says it wasn't.
I
Signed.
think the Wall Street Journal version was giving Trump a lot more artistic credit. Like,
this is a better drawing.
That looks more like a woman than that.
Yeah, this one just looks like, I don't know, like a top half of a mannequin or something.
Low pubes. While we're here talking about bodies and time do be a flying, it's been 2 decades since this guy right here. Lil John is correct. Yeah, crunk music, mid 2000s. He is now
Are you
going
about to say
strong.
LL Cool J?
I was. I wanted to get to Lil John,
It's
but I couldn't
LIL
get there.
John.
My bad.
He's now in his mid 50s, and he just won medals at a bodybuilding competition.
What?
Yes.
Really?
If you could do the honors of searching zebra with giant penis, as well as Lil John bodybuilding competition.
Good for him, man. Is it very impressive?
Yeah, he is shredded. I mean, it is
what
kind of times 1,000.
Just call him John now?
I think this might be. Yeah,
Is that
rapper
it?
Lil John made his bodybuilding debut. I'm going to turn the audio down
please.
because he curses or something.
Also, imagine being the other dudes. They're like, oh, damn it.
I'm assuming this is Lil John here?
Yeah, that's the closest thing? Oh,
Yeah, I'm trying to find a better one. It's a little far away, but he looks. Oh, is this him? Oh, he looks fantastic.
Look
yeah,
at
he's
that.
wow. Yeah, he's in great shape. Good for you, dude. That takes a lot of work to get in shape like that.
Mid 50s, too. And he got a medal. Congratulations. Turned down for what? Turned down nothing. On the Boob Tube, we've got the 6th season finale of Match Game on ABC. America's Got Talent. 1 hour special. Downton Abbey celebrates the grand finale. How is this show still around? Series premiere of The Hospital on BET. Series premiere of The Girlfriend on Amazon. The documentary, a.k.a. Charlie Sheen, on Netflix. We will have a lot to talk about tomorrow. Also, Steph Curry will be on Fallon. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Amber. And most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. I'm popping the Lil John ripped photo up on See It Now, so everybody can take a look at the visual there. Big turnaround for him. I mean, I didn't see him with his shirt off before, but I'm imagining he wasn't ripped like that prior to this. And he's just been hitting the gym, doing his thing. Good for him. Just stay away from a 300-mile-per-hour train, Lil John, because no matter what.
Nothing good's happening.
Not a good outcome on that one. But I would still say, even though at the end of the day, we all know there's a big risk at the very, 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 very least from a 300-mile-per-hour train, I still want 300-mile-per-hour trains in the United States. I still want those high-speed trains. I want them to improve on. Sabrina's been on Brightline multiple times, which is a big one in South Florida.
Huge fan.
Doesn't like have a lot of places that it's going to yet, but it's really cool and it's nice.
We still keep getting the teaser from Orlando to Tampa.
I think they're securing funding for that.
Heard that before too.
Try and build those tracks. They got to buy a lot of land for that.
They do, but it's pretty damn impressive when they do it right. I'd like to see more of that. Okay, when we come back, the case out of Charlotte, North Carolina that we talked about, the fatal stabbing of this Ukrainian woman, this poor lady, Irina Zarutska, the 23-year-old. Her family has chimed in, but more importantly, the dude who killed her has made a phone call from behind bars. Allegedly, he made this call to his sister, and his sister, she may have leaked it to the news, and so we're hearing from this guy. It's crazy that we even have this audio. But
Wouldn't it be public record anyway?
Yes, but not immediately, I don't think.
Okay.
Like, I think there would be a turnaround time. I could be wrong about that.
Well, didn't he abuse his sister or like, not sexually, but like, didn't he?
Physically attack both his mom and his sister, yeah.
So, I would be willing to leak that call.
Yeah.
yeah, maybe, but like, I'll play it for you. You'll hear what this guy had to say. It's pretty eerie and wild. And this is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Week 2 of the NFL season has the Tampa Bay Bucks in Houston to play the Texans on Monday Night Football. Coverage starts at 6 p.m. Monday on Real Radio 104.1 and the free iHeartRadio app. Presented by First Horizon Bank and Renewal by Anderson, official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
2 left lanes are blocked southbound on Altamonte Drive past Ronald Reagan Boulevard. Traffic starting to pile up there. An accident on I-4 eastbound before Sand Lake Road's getting cleared up. That's off to the shoulder now. The traffic lights are working incorrectly where Kirkman Road meets Old Winter Garden Road. Keep an eye out for emergency crews on the roadways clearing up an accident on Reinhardt Road near Town Center Boulevard. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Berman.
This report is sponsored by Thrivent.
At Thrivent, planning your finances is bigger than money. It's a way to support the people, causes, and community you love. Because the most important thing isn't what you're planning for, it's who. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
It's time to gather the family, including the dog, and join the Jim Colbert Show for the 3rd annual Suds, Pups, and Pints, a celebrity dog wash brought to you by Clausman Law. Join us at Sunset Park Saturday, September 27th in Mount Dora. Yeah, this event may be for the dogs, but we have something for everyone, with plenty of family fun and live entertainment. A silent auction and a not-so-silent auction may determine which member of the Jim Colbert Show gets to wash your dog. Plus, Paw Affection Dog Training will be on hand to answer our dog-related questions. This unique and free family-friendly event runs 3 to 6 p.m. on Saturday, September 27th. Get more info at realradio.fm/dogwash and see you at Sunset Park in Mount Dora.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro swing.
Hey folks, how are you? Hang tight, I'll be right over there in a second. We'll chit-chat during the break. I just don't know what I was thinking. I just did a thing. I'll explain momentarily.
You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, stocking Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
Vámonos, Leesburg! Join us for the Fiesta en la Plaza Friday, September the 26th from 5 to 9 p.m. It's going to be delicious food, sizzling hot dancers, live music by me, Angel from the Monsters, the Latin Bridge Band, and yes, Del Toro Tequila will be flowing. Don't miss it. Go to leesburgflorida.gov for all the Fiesta details.
I'm Altima
I just made a huge mistake. Okay? Apparently there's a television show. Let's do a quick chat check here. Who has, with a yes or a no, who has seen this new show, The Girlfriend? Who has seen the new show, The Girlfriend, chat? No? And we're going to get to the audio of the North Carolina stabbing incident. The guy called from jail. We'll hear that in a moment. But I'll tell you the mistake I just made in a second here. No? Nah? No? No, nobody yet. Not a single person has seen The Girlfriend? Okay, some of you are going to see it just based on what I'm about to say. I keep seeing stories about this series called, obviously, The Girlfriend. And it's one of the most sexual, absolutely off the hinges show that I've ever seen in my entire life. Okay? Apparently, there's an ongoing thread with a son and his mother. And the son is like, you know, I found this beautiful girl. Honestly, Mom, she reminds me a lot of you. And Mom's like, a lot of me? She looks like me? And he's like, yeah, that's one of the things I was into. And there's this back and forth ratcheting heat between a mother and son. That's just one little story from this show. And so I wanted to see if I could find a clip of this awkwardness to play it for you guys. And so I made the move to search for The Girlfriend on Twitter. And that's fine. You know, I just got a bunch of random stuff. I got some clips of like the woman sucking on her fingers and, you know, on the phone with somebody and a bunch of stuff like that. But then I said, oh, I know what I need. I need to search for The Girlfriend Incest on Twitter. And that was a bad idea. That was a bad idea.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Serving in the military requires great sacrifices. Not just for one.
Immediately, I said, "Why?" And I'm going, I hope C-Lane's not watching my feed over here. I hope my laptop feed is not up for anybody to see. I don't know what I was expecting, but it may be one of the most sexual shows in a long time that's been out there, judging by the feedback I'm seeing. Turn on safe search? Oh, I'm searching it on Twitter. The Girlfriend, that's the name of it. I said, here's one example, all right? The Guardian says, The Girlfriend review. Just how much of an incest vibe can one TV show get away with? ? A lot. What the hell? A 59-year-old white male, I would never watch anything called The Girlfriend? Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would. You get a little curious. Next thing you know. I hate it. You've seen this?
GMC Sierra trucks in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Very, very weird, man. Very weird. All right, here we go. Come back.
We are professional grade. Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. When good good things go bad, bad things make headlines. This is the
middle of the week. Here we are, just you and us, and just having a good time. Well, hopefully, I don't know. We're learning stuff together. We're going through the world. Welcome into the world's most viral newsroom. More details about the show and everything we talk about over on thenewsjunkie.com. All right, let's get to this audio. And just the audio alone leaves us something to talk about. Like, why would they release this? Why would this with the audio I'm about to play for you, why would it be out there to begin with? And C-Lane says this might be public information, which is true. Like, if Sabrina's in jail and she talks to her family, that audio will eventually be public. But I think it takes some time.
How does this audio, you've heard it already or no?
Yeah, I've heard this clip.
Does it sound like she recorded it herself? Because we've heard, obviously jail calls before. Mm-hmm. And they come out a little clearer, but I have a feeling, considering the quick flip, unless there's something that police station is up for releasing.
It's pretty clear.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Well, you tell me. I'll play it in a second. We're talking about this situation in Charlotte, North Carolina. Very, very sad, very, very messed up story. It's illuminating to look at a story like this because you see what's wrong with how we treat mentally ill, homeless people who have shown signs of violence in the United States of America, like this guy did again and again and again. His own mother, if you didn't hear the show yesterday, was begging the police, begging authorities, begging anybody to help her get her son off the streets. She loved him, but he was violent and he was losing it. And he was talking about how there was like a chip in his head. And the cops were like, well, there's nothing we could do. And then they would just release him. And we got to wait. We only do something when you actually commit a crime because we don't have asylums in the United States of America. We don't have ways to get these people off the streets until they actually do something or harm someone or kill someone. And this guy killed Irina Zarutska, 23 years old. And the suspect is behind bars. And his sister, I guess, gave this to the Daily Mail.
So you said something in your body did what?
Nah, the material, put it like this, the material used in my body to stab the lady.
He said the material used in my body stabbed the lady. That's what this guy who was the stabber on the train is saying. And we'll get into a side conversation of some stupidity on Twitter that I was fighting with in a second, but here. Hang on.
And so she just got stabbed.
She just got stabbed.
That's not me. I'm talking about just for no reason. But since they did that, now they got to investigate the material in my body you're supposed to. Since they want to do all that, now they got to investigate.
So he's saying since they want to do this, they're going to have to investigate the chips in my body, like the chips that are controlling me. Which you're never going to give this guy the answer he wants.
Of course not. No, but are they going to put him in? Because they do have these facilities. I can at least attest to Miami-Dade County as when an inmate and even in the just regular jail is acting mentally unstable, they'll send you to the psych ward. They'll pump you full of medicine.
Right.
So they have not done this yet or don't have it available in Charlotte.
The problem is, and this is not just Charlotte, this is everywhere in the United States of America, is you can only do that when the person has been convicted of something. We had a Supreme Court ruling. I don't remember what it was off the top of my head. C-Lane, look up Supreme Court asylum ruling if you can, just to toss it in. There was a Supreme Court ruling that said we cannot hold even mentally ill people against their will in the United States of America. They said those people still have rights.
Even a temporary hold.
You can do temporary holds, yes, in certain places. Yes.
Are you talking about a ruling from last month?
No. I'm talking about, I think it was 60s, 70s is my guess, I think, when the asylum ruling came down from the Supreme Court that said you can't just hold these people. You have to essentially wait until they commit some sort of crime that you can hold them for, like a murder, like this. Now he's behind bars. Now they'll do all of those things. but he's still talking about like this chip, the chip that made him do it. So the sister is still recording the call. She's like, she's from Ukraine. Now the sister doesn't understand this. The sister thinks like Ukraine's at war with the United States or something.
She's from the Ukraine. She's from Russia. And, you know, they got a war. They had a war going on against the United States. So I'm just trying to understand, out of all people, why her?
That's hey, it ain't. I don't have nothing. They just lashed out on her. That's what happened. They lashed out on her. Who was working the whoever was working the material, they lashed out on her.
He said whoever was working the material, he keeps talking about this material inside his body.
That's controlling his body. That used his body to stab the woman.
The way that he's speaking, though, is so eerie. Like, it's very chill, if you ask me.
Oh, considering the circumstances. Like, the guy just stabbed and killed a woman and then went away from the scene and, you know, was treated at the hospital. And so that's what he said. Yeah, I'll go back one more time.
So you said something in your body did what?
Something in your body did what?
The material, feel like the material used in my body to stab the lady.
The material used in my body stabbed the lady. Now, I posted about this guy yesterday on social media, and there are like at least some people, I think it's a very, very fringe thing. I mean, I would guess like it's like sub 5% of the population or something. Maybe I'm wrong. And the reaction is like, we got to stop excusing this. We're excusing when people do this. And let me get the actual tweets if I can find this real quick, just to pop this up.
All right, real quick, what I could find from ChatGPT, because the newer ruling was kind of getting in the way of my Google search.
Thank you.
In 1975, in O'Connor v. Donaldson, the Supreme Court unanimously held that a state may not constitutionally confine a non-dangerous individual capable of surviving safely in freedom, even if mentally ill. The court emphasized that mental illness alone does not justify indefinite institutional confinement, especially when the individual is neither dangerous nor needs supervision beyond available support from family or friends.
Okay, well, he definitely falls under dangerous.
Right.
And I wonder, while he is being held, though he has not been convicted of anything, that they have not put him into any sort of hold to get him stabilized.
Well, he might be now. I mean, I would imagine that he is now, considering that they have him in custody. But that case that Celine just mentioned led to something that you can look into if you're interested. I mean, you probably won't be, but it's called deinstitutionalization, which is a very long word, which just means that because of this ruling, we had these asylums set up for mentally ill people, and they all had to close. They started closing alone.
It said the decision had a major impact on the deinstitutionalization movement in the U.S., reinforcing the principle that civil liberties cannot be overridden solely due to mental illness.
Okay. And then so I posted about this online, and one of the responses was, I'm so tired of the mental illness defense. Such a cop-out. Some people are just a-holes who want to hurt others. They need to be punished. Every time you say mental illness, I cringe. Do better. I'm like, you've got a person who his mother understands that something has gone wrong here. He's been diagnosed with schizophrenia. He's attacking his family members and other people. Like, are you part of this group of people that doesn't believe that mental illness is a thing?
Do better, Sean.
Like, what is your point? Like, this person is mentally ill. Most people who commit these violent, very public crimes are mentally ill human beings. That doesn't excuse them from doing what they did. That doesn't mean they shouldn't be punished for doing what they did. It means that I believe that the person did this not because they were on this train that day and they were like, hell yeah, let's stab this bitch.
I'm an asshole.
Like, I'm just going to do this to be crazy and mean. No, I believe that the person is a deranged individual.
And I think it's not even thinking. How does anybody hear that he has materials in his brain that told him to stab a random woman in the neck and say, well, he's just being a jerk?
They think he's lying. They think he's lying because he's trying to set up for like the case against him now. And the theory was like, that's why the sister is releasing this to suggest that he's mentally ill.
Not with his history.
I don't believe this. I think this is crazy. I think this is stupid. I think to deny that things like schizophrenia, mental illness, like I don't know how deep you want to go with this, but to deny those things exist, I can't talk to you. What conversation are we going to have? Do better? How am I supposed to do better? To dumb things down and pretend that's not a thing?
Do better.
This day and age, for someone to say that, it's just so hard for me to believe that they have never experienced one person who is mentally ill.
Yeah.
And perhaps perhaps you only have in the outside world but wait until, because at this point it seems more like a wait than if it'll ever happen, that someone close to you. And you realize what kind of toll that takes, and that the human brains don't all work the same, and they can get like this.
And do you think you're just going to go, well, knock it off? Like, it's like this knock it off idea. Well, just don't feel
be
that
normal.
Way.
Yeah, that's it.
But this is the most extreme version of when somebody's depressed going, have you ever tried stop being depressed?
Don't let it get to you.
God, why are you taking it so seriously? Why are you so depressed about it? It's like, this is the most extreme version of that. I hope that your brain, to this person and to everybody else, is big enough to comprehend the following. And I know it is. I know it legitimately is for 99.9% of you.
They're pretty cringy today. You said it a lot.
I know your brain is big enough to understand this. And this is a pretty simple thing, that when people do stuff, no matter the circumstances, they should be held accountable for the things that they do. We should never just allow, and this is kind of what we do now by default, mentally ill, violent people to just do whatever they want and go, oh, it's kind of like a 4-year-old robbing a bank. Can't really do much about it. Obviously, everybody agrees that this person should pay for what they did to this poor woman. All right? But at the same time, this person didn't just do it because it was a random day and they decided to go after this woman because she was like white or whatever. This person did this because they are incredibly different inside of their head as opposed to your head. That's just a fact. People experience the world in very different ways. And you may have met somebody who's like this. You may have never met somebody who's like this, but it doesn't change it. It's all the same. There are people who are like this. And you have to at least consider that that's an issue. It's kind of like back in the day, all the country dads who, when their kid would come back and be sort of autistic, and then knock it off. Just stop acting like that. It'd be normal. You're like, that's a thing. It's a part of the equation here.
Now, I don't know, and I'm saying this, I imagine that the good portion of people that are mentally ill are not doing such violent acts.
No.
However, this was the one that obviously ended this woman's life. I had no idea. I also find it wild because this, footage keeps circulating. You can't avoid it.
I haven't watched it.
My sweet girlfriend has watched it like 4 times already.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it just keeps getting sent in different angles and stuff. But it was like,
it's really, really
she
sad,
had no
honestly.
idea what was going on.
No.
And nobody reacted.
Not really. No, there was like
It's
one person at the
wild to
end.
me.
She just sat there, and then she realized like something really bad had happened to her. And then from the time that happened to the time she like slumped down in her seat, as other people were like videoing her and videoing the blood, it was maybe
horrible,
I don't know, it was like 20 seconds or something. So she went from having no idea what was going on to being out of it very soon. But this is a major, major problem that we can do something about. We don't have to deal with this. We can make things better. We can improve this. And we keep seeing this. We see it on public transportation because these people, they act out and they're violent with their families. Their families get frustrated. I mean, I get it.
Or their families get hurt.
Or their families get hurt. Yeah, and their families go, we don't have any choice. Now the person is just going to hit the streets. We cannot keep them forced in this house. And then when they're out there in the streets, they're interacting with everybody. And then it ends up like this. The people who are letting you down are not the family members of this guy. They're not people with the same skin color as this guy. The people who are letting you down are the politicians who could do something about this and say when there's a violent history from somebody and we see that they are mentally unwell and unstable, sitting back and watching them in public like life is a world star video until somebody gets stabbed or killed is not an appropriate response. That is on the politicians. That is on all of the politicians who don't do anything about this issue, and it will be forevermore until they do. Okay, let's see here. A lot of people are responding on this and various other issues, so we'll hit on that in a bit. I want to talk about this show that just really messed things up for me. I don't know if you guys are watching this, but
Okay.
I mentioned it a little bit during the break. We'll talk about this show. Very, very, very controversial news show. And it's controversial for one reason. And I made a huge mistake trying to search for something that I could give you as an example. I'll explain what went down. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
So intermittent explosive disorder.
Okay, that's not even what I have.
Let her go.
It involves repeated, sudden episodes of impulsive, aggressive, violent behavior or angry verbal outbursts in which you react grossly out of proportion to the situation.
What is that?
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a couple accidents getting cleared up here on Altamonte Drive southbound at Jackson Street on Reinhardt Road near Town Center Boulevard. Move over and slow down if you see police activity or emergency crews on the roadways. Clouds are passing by the area, causing some rainy conditions. Expect reduced visibility and slippery roadways. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain.
Stand by, folks. Working on Today I Learned, as per usual at this time.
Just like your neighbor sitting in the dark waiting for the grid to come.
Couple more clicks.
You get a solar system and a battery backup.
Clickety-click.
Installers of Florida. You're making your own power. That means your lights stay on, the fridge stays cold, and your family stays safe and comfortable. The AC is running, and that's important, friends. And solar installers of Florida, they know that. They're going to design a solar system for you, built for Florida homes, complete with battery storage, and ones that survive hurricanes. That means lower bills all year long and reliable backup power when storms roll through. While others wait for the utility company, your home keeps running. So don't wait until the storm is on the radar. Call Solar Installers of Florida today. 407-777-5050. That's 407-777-5050.
What do you guys think the punishment should be for that Charlotte stabber, considering everything that led up to the murder, considering the murder itself and how grisly it was? Do you think the death penalty? Do you think life in prison? Do you think? I mean, I think this guy should never, ever, 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 ever be released again. I think he should be locked up forever. He's a danger to himself and clearly anybody else, and you cannot fix that. And because of what he's done, I don't think he should ever, ever, ever be free again. Life in an asylum, life no chance of parole. I think that's the best outcome. I mean, the death penalty on a person who's obviously sick doesn't seem right morally to me. That's against some of the things that I believe in. It's an outcome that I think could lead to bad things, and all of a sudden we're just executing all the people we deem to be, mentally ill. But life, no parole. Agreed, Decon. Agreed. Hey, folks. We had a great secret show last night. It'll be released on Friday at 5 p.m. If you would like to subscribe to secret shows, these are uncensored bonus shows. Once a week, we let all the words fly. They're not political, so it's like an evergreen thing you can go to and laugh. If you sign up, you can get a gift. Claim whatever gift you want, whether it be a random magnet, so you can get in on the Game of Magnets action. We still have a few of the No Shit Warlock pins, very exclusive. We still have a bunch of the Skin Bear stickers. And for gifted subscriptions, this means that you gift a sub to somebody. For every single gifted sub, you get to claim one or more of these items. And by the way, somebody gifted subs yesterday. I got to mention them when we come back. Hang on. Where is it?
Some quantities are limited. Carl Black Chevrolet Buick and Jeeps in Orlando or Colonial Drive, 1 block west of Alabama, or go online.
Did we talk about that?
Orlando.com. Chevrolet.
We did. I'm going to hit this when we come back.
Back, baby. Thanks to Red Mountain Weight Loss. Man, it was really low. And I called with Red Mountain Weight Loss.
2 minutes.
Where it needs to be. And I got to tell you, when your testosterone is right,
of the show is throw them in jail or prison. Well, seems like a pretty simple solution to a lot of the problems that we have then, huh? That's why there's a revolving door, not enough facilities. That is not true. The reason there is a revolving door is because there is an effort underway amongst various activist groups, amongst a lot of very political people, to change the way the justice system works in the United States of America through things like cash bail and the reduction of sentencing and the reduction of severity of crimes. There are groups, there's a story about it locally. I think Wesh had the story about how there were all these prosecutorial influence peddlers who were going around and controlling or advising what sentences should be, wanting weaker sentences and wanting cash bail and all these other things. That's what provides the revolving door. It is absolutely not a limitation of the facility. 1 minute. All right, we're coming back. Let me see if I can find the name of it. Read this story. Report claims unelected group influencing prosecutors around the U.S., including Central Florida. WFTV talked about this today. Ren Collective, W-R-E-N Collective. Ren Collective. They're influential all over the place. They're one of many groups that wants to change how this works. And they are one of the people pushing for people to be released when they shouldn't be. Or one of the groups doing so.
No support you need as a college football fan.
Join us all season long as we ride the roller coaster of this ridiculous sport.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search the Solid Verbal College Football Podcast, and listen now.
We don't just love college football, Ty. We live it.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Dispensing unsolicited advice on a wide range of pointless topics.
And the big event's going down October 30th. Tickets on sale very, very soon. So make sure you keep it here and act fast when they do go up for grabs. Big thank you real quick to Phi Bigism, I think is how I say his name, for gifting 5 Secret Show subscriptions. If there's any left, you can collect those over on thenewsjunkie.com. Thank you for doing that. You too can gift Secret Shows. Hit that gift icon. You'll see the people who claim your gifted subs. So everything's above board, and I appreciate it. And Catherine emails the show. We have a dissent. Catherine dissents from something that she has heard on the show. She says, hi there, podcast listener. On Monday, you were talking about fake meat products. So as a vegetarian, I wanted to chime in. I love the meat substitutes. As a mom and a wife of meat lovers, it's so easy to make the same dinner for all 4 of us. I just swap in the fake stuff for me, and then I give them the real thing. I hate the bean burgers, she says. They always taste like slop. And the go-to of eggplant as a meat substitute is gross, but impossible. And then I've never heard this. Corn, Q-U-O-R-N. I've not heard of
corn.
Yeah, Q-U-O-R-N, corn, are really fantastic. I really hope the dip in sales doesn't make them disappear. I gave up meat at 8 years old, she says. Holy
interesting. Corn is a brand of meat-free food products made from mycoprotein, or myco, M-Y-C-O protein, a super protein derived from a natural fungus called Fusarium venenatum.
Okay.
Yummy.
I guess she likes it. She says, fake meat doesn't remind me of the horrors. I gave up meat at 8. It makes me happy I can still enjoy burgers, pasta with meat sauce, or chicken cutlets without hurting animals. Also, people don't even realize I'm a vegetarian. And she says, blah, blah, blah. If you want the glory or they want the gory details of the meat industry, I'll tell you, but only if you ask. Thanks, Catherine. Thank you, Catherine.
I don't know if why is anybody's trying to win this. Like, there's two different types of I mean, there's many types, but there's two different schools here, and you can be a part of either one.
Sure.
Both, if you dare. Bisexuals. Or
I mean, I think the problem, Celine, is a lot of people just think, well, all vegetarians must just want something that's exactly like a burger in every way.
Many of them do, but not all of them.
Right. There's, just like everything else, it's not a monolithic group, which is an important thing to remind ourselves on the way people talk these days.
I had mentioned that I used to buy some of these things because I was dating somebody who didn't eat meat. Mm-hmm. And at the time, this person also didn't eat eggs. And she
didn't eat eggs.
Jesus.
She assumed that the fake meat stuff was also fake egg stuff. And I was like, you have been eating eggs this entire time. I don't know. I don't know how to break this to you, dum-dum, but this is this fake bacon that they made. It's made of strips of egg with like smoke flavor added. You've been just eating eggs. So time
to rock her world a little bit.
Time to hang it up. Oh yeah, she immediately wanted egg salad or something like that. It was just like, all right, well,
fine. Okay. Well, I made a mistake, a huge mistake. I'm going to have to do some work to clean up my Twitter/X account because of this. But I was looking into this show. I've seen a couple of stories about it today. You guys can look this up if you want to see this too. But I've heard buzz about this show called The Girlfriend. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if it's popped up on your radar at all just yet. But The Girlfriend is the name of this show. And it's a series, I guess. They said it's a psychological thriller by somebody named Michelle Francis. And everything I keep saying about the show is how ridiculously sexual it is.
Okay.
For instance, let me bring up this. This is going to twist you in maybe a non-whistle direction. I don't even know. We'll find out in a second. This
sexual, but not sexy sexual.
Well, I think you'll have an opinion on it. Here's one. The Girlfriend review. Just how much of an incest vibe can one TV show get away with? A lot. 4 out of 5 stars.
Yeah, I'm not.
This brilliant, slippery beast of a drama pits an adult son's girlfriend against his mother's all-out war. Robin Wright is excellent as the parent with ... an interesting dynamic with her child. And there's scenes that
biological child?
Yeah. I believe so. I think. I don't know too much about the show just yet, but I think. And at one point, he's like, I really love her. She looks just like you. In fact, she reminds me of you, Mom. And the mom's like, she reminds you of me physically? And they're touching each other and holding each other. And, what's going on? Why? And so I was like, let me get a clip of this so I can show Sabrina and Celine what's going on and how weird it is. And then I searched for The Girlfriend on Twitter.
How'd that go?
Too vague. The girlfriend didn't, because people will be like, oh, the girlfriend and I went out to dinner. Too vague. So then I searched for, and regretted this pretty immediately, The Girlfriend incest.
Oh, and Sean, why did you put Netflix?
I didn't know it was from Netflix. Is that where it's on? Is that the network?
Now.
This is the show and it's not just like incest vibes. Everything about it is how sexualized this insane show is. Like just how over the top and weird this show is. Because the one thing I saw on Twitter very quickly was like some woman on the phone with somebody sucking on her finger.
I mean, listen,
weird.
It is very strange, but it's also one of the top porn genres for decades has been incesty.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, here is...
Not my flavor, by any means.
The Girlfriend TV series that people are talking about is on Amazon Prime, directed by Robin Wright, as we said. And, and she's also starring in it as well as one of the lead people, the stars. And it's... I'm trying to see if they talk about... They don't really have like a rundown of what it's about with like the overall show.
Because it's so new?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's pretty new because... It says episode 1, September 10th. I think it literally just dropped.
Oh.
So you might hear people talk about this. In an affluent part of London, gallerist Laura Sanderson is thrilled when her beloved son Daniel reveals he's seeing someone new, Cherry. He's utterly smitten. Intrigued, Laura insists Daniel invite her over. And I guess that's what starts this whole thing. Yeah. And there's like the mom is fighting for the son's attention over the girlfriend. This says Prime Video's The Girlfriend is a wickedly talented, wickedly intriguing game of love and manipulation. But it seems like it's a very strange one. Some of you are going to be really into this, and those of you who are going to need to be on a list somewhere. I think it'll just be better for all of us. And I don't want to watch that myself. No,
Isn't there like a reality series where
it was like Mom Mansion or something.
No,
MILF Manor?
No, not MILF Manor. Like Mama's Boys or something, where it's women that are in relationships with dudes who are way too
attached to
their mothers, or their mothers have way too much pull on how they make decisions, stuff like that.
Created by Ryan Seacrest, of all people.
He creates stuff like this?
Yeah. Mama's Boys is an American reality television series that aired on the NBC network and executive produced by Ryan Seacrest. What really is the most important woman in a man's life? Is it his mother or the woman that he's into? And I guess that's what they go over. So this is like a very, very, very extreme non-reality version of something like that. Not for me, but if you've seen it, let us know. Give us your thoughts on this. That's got some buzz going on, this show. What did I say it was called? The Girlfriend. The Girlfriend.
It's weird. Rotten Tomatoes mentions nothing about the possible potential incestuous stuff. Laura's picture-perfect life starts to unravel when her son brings home a new girlfriend named Cherry. She becomes convinced that Cherry is a manipulative social climber, or is she just being paranoid?
I mean, if it's even like a thing that they chase after, it seems strange to me. Then again, I watched Game of Thrones, and Game of Thrones definitely has some storylines like that.
Incest stuff.
They definitely had some stuff like that. All right, tips at thenewsjunkie.com. A couple of emails here. Gregory emails the show, and he says, those who fail to recognize mental health illness around them are likely the ones who are mentally ill themselves.
I'm not the only person who reached out and said that.
Yeah, I think that's kind of true. I think also it's true that a lot of people who don't have any of these issues often think that it doesn't exist in others. So if you have zero social anxiety, it is probably very difficult for you to understand people who have social anxiety.
Sure.
Depression, same thing. If you've never been depressed in your life, if you don't know what that feels like.
Isn't that just another word for being sad?
Exactly, yeah.
Just don't be sad.
Yeah, if you just tried stop being sad, like this is kind of the way that works.
And so,
John.
I mean, while they're not mentally ill, I don't think it's that extreme. They have no experience with it. Right. And until it affects you, I guess, personally, I mean, I don't know in 2025 how anyone could live the rest of their lives without it impacting them one way or another.
You'd have to be kind of isolated, I think, to not meet somebody or interact with somebody. It's like not being aware of autism, and then and thinking that this was just a person doing a thing, or that person, they don't have an issue that's causing them to spout off with these tics. It's not Tourette's. That's not real.
And the person that is finding themselves like they are the person that's mentally ill in a full-blown manic episode, and they're violent, do not recognize what is going on. But boy, have I seen after they have been medicated and gone through intense therapy months later, realizing, oh my God, this is what I did.
Yeah.
I don't remember. That was a different person. But
That's
it's
crazy.
because they, had to take medication and stay with it.
Josh emails tipstothenewsjunkie.com. Sean, do your homework, he says. Look up the guy's criminal record. He should have already been in jail. The Democrats' agenda killed that woman is what he meant. You must not have heard the show yesterday. I talked about this guy's entire history. I talked about all the failures of the system to protect people. And that's our problem. That's the thing that should be the takeaway from this, that you are to occupy the world with these people who they just don't like. They don't have any reason why they can pull them off the streets until they break a law, whether it's attacking you, your family member, killing somebody, wandering out into traffic, and then round and round we go until, the inevitable happens. So, yeah, I mean, I discussed that. I'm not blaming it on any political party in particular, because I think both parties have pretty horrific policies on mentally ill homeless people. I don't think anybody really stands out as better than the other. Now the far left has terrible ideas on just homelessness as a crisis in general. And they've tried that in every city in the country, or not every, I'm exaggerating, but they've tried it in a lot of them. They failed miserably. But no, I talked about this guy's entire history yesterday on the show. You may just have missed it. When we return, we'll get into jury duty. That's coming up next. We've got some people joining us with their comments. We've got an update on Washington, D.C., a story about a movie theater. We got a bunch to get to, and that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This is Chris Broussard. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by DraftKings.
NFL news. Dolphins receiver Tyreek Hill is being accused of domestic violence by his estranged wife. The Dolphins on Sunday host the Patriots. College football, UCF is working through their bye week. They return a week from Saturday against North Carolina. Highlighting the football action this Saturday, Florida plays their SEC opener at LSU. And baseball, the Marlins lost to Washington while the Rays were a winner over the White Sox. I'm Matt McCoy.
DraftKings is all about responsible gaming. It's more fun when it's for fun. So play responsibly. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 or older. Age and eligibility vary by jurisdiction.
Folks, here in Central Florida, it's really important that you're nice and comfortable. You deserve as much. Your AC should be working perfectly all the time. It just should. If it's not, there's no excuse. If you call your AC company and they tell you, well, it's going to take a real long time, just deal with it, they're not your AC company anymore. Mills Air is ready to help you out. I strongly suggest you give them a call. They've been in business for a long time, since 1992. Over 30 years, they've been helping people in the exact same situation that you're in if you have an AC problem. They're also a Carrier factory authorized dealer. And that's a big deal. They can get you access to huge rebates. I'm talking 4-digit rebates if you're getting a new Carrier unit. You could always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you could always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Here's their phone number, 407-277-1159. One more time, that's 407-277-1159. Or find them online at millsair.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. When we place our loved ones in a nursing home, we expect them to receive the best care. We meet with families who learn that their mothers and fathers, grandmothers and grandfathers have been terribly abused in nursing homes. Bed sores, malnutrition, broken bones, dehydration, and yes, even death. If you believe that a loved one has been abused or neglected while living in a nursing home, call us. The consultation is free.
Offices Orlando.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust.
Hey, everybody. Hope you're having a great Wednesday. God bless. Welcome. We're behind the scenes now. This is live. When I'm talking over here, this is on a delay for the radio broadcast for any curse words or anything like that, but this is freewheeling and live over here. Good advice, crazy drunk cat lady. This is the time of year to clean out your AC drain so it doesn't get clogged. Pour that stuff down the line, clean them on out. That's almost every AC problem I've had has been those lines getting clogged up. Where's Tanya? Do we need to do a wellness check? Oh, I hope she's okay. We do it every month. I try to remind myself to do it every month or 2 months, but inevitably I forget. 2 minutes. In jury duty, a man arrested for a bizarre, and I mean bizarre, driving experience. This is going to be a fun story. We're going to take a little swerve here and go into some fun territory. Tanya's in Texas? Oh. Why? Do I need to mod something? Do I need to put on my mod suit and handle something over there? Tell me if I need to be called in. Because I'll do it. I'll break up whatever fights are going on. Ban people. I'll do it. 2 minutes. Kurt says you're good. Vinegar, then flush with hot water. My mom in Claremont says bleach. I've heard that you shouldn't do bleach because the bleach can eat away at your pipes and that could be bad. Which I didn't realize PVC would be impacted like that, but thank you, John. God bless. Remember, check out the latest video over on YouTube, youtube.com/thenewsjunkie. Give it a watch, give it a comment, give it a like. If you don't feel like doing that, you can always just like the stream. That's also a very valuable thing. I appreciate that.
Not just for one's country, but also for one's family. Not surprisingly,
1 minute.
soldiers is especially difficult.
Kevin says it's pretty chill over here in YouTube. Twitch, however, needs to be shut down.
So if you're a soldier,
Twitch?
go to CordellCordell.com.
What are you doing? Do we need to have a conversation? Are there child sex predators on the loose again on Twitch in the chat? Is that happening again? You tell me. I will track it down. All right, we're coming back. A man on a wild chase. A really crazy ride.
Is that ball? That fun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
This is the Duke's country song. It's a song about Duke's mayo. It says here it's got twang. That sounds good. Get Duke's mayo in store. It's got twang.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos. This is the News Junkie.
Fun to do for Halloween. On Halloween, we roast. And the roast of yours truly, Sean Wasson, coming up October 30th. If you are a fan of the show, the roast that is coming up on October 30th is a very exclusive event. So I'm telling you this now, so you know to lock in the tickets as soon as those come available, which is in the very near future, I believe. So make sure you are sticking with us and paying attention on the show right
People
now.
are going to be refreshing that website.
Lock it up.
I hope so. Here goes nothing. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention. Before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass, you're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. After an accident, you have lots of attorneys trying to get your attention, but you're smart. I know you are, and you're going to make the right decision. You're going to call Moses DeWitt at 800-CALL-MO, or go to the website, justcallmo.com. I have a question for you.
What up?
Was this worth it? All right. I'm going to tell you a story, and you tell me if this was worth it for this person to do this. I'm going to let it leak. I think it was worth it. I think this was a good time and 100% worth it. But let's see what you think. Let me bring this back just a little bit. This happened in British Columbia in Canada. Our friends in Canada. Here we go. Was it worth the arrest?
It appears one driver in Prince George really toyed with traffic laws after being spotted behind the wheel of a child-sized pink Barbie Jeep. RCMP say the plastic vehicle pulled into traffic during the busy morning commute on Friday.
This guy was cruising the streets in a pink Barbie Jeep.
How did it even move?
And he's a full-on adult.
Yeah.
Yes. So
I have some. How do you fit in that?
I want to see that. Do they show us the
The
footage of that?
joyride ended with the driver being arrested. His driver's license had already been suspended, and he failed 2 breathalyzer tests. He was also handed a 90-day driving prohibition.
Damn. They threw the book at this guy. He was driving.
Wait, only 90 days? Usually you get...
It's Canada, bro.
Man, that's looser up there, man. That's not so bad. A man was arrested for 2 driving offenses, even though he was behind the plastic wheel of a child-sized pink Barbie Jeep. They say they got reports of a man driving a toy car on the road around 9 a.m. My guy, it's 9 o'clock in the morning.
I just want to be a fly on the wall of him taking that from his daughter. Daddy's going to get more beer. Sorry.
You ever driven a Power Wheel? You ever been behind the wheel?
Yeah. I mean, it was nothing that was ever at my actual house, despite me begging for it from Zquil.
I wanted one so bad when I was a kid.
My friend Marianne had one, and you bet your ass that every time I got dropped off at Marianne's, I said, let's take the Power Wheel down to the tennis courts.
Felt
I'm
like
driving.
little adults, right?
Hell
like you were little adults.
They have cool ones.
My
Is
friends,
that landing with people? Do people know what I'm saying when I say Power Wheel?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
My friends have one for their kid, and I don't know
It's
that.
like the Cadillac, isn't it?
No, it's still a Jeep. I think it's a Barbie Jeep, but it's pink. I don't know if Barbie's actually on it, but they have one for their kid, and she's about to turn 2. I don't know that she can actually drive it herself. It's remote controlled.
Oh, really?
So they have them now that you can put the kid in it, and we have just adorable video of Jackson behind the driver's seat of that thing.
Did he love it?
Oh, I loved it. Yeah.
Can you skirt? Can you spin out and stuff with him in it, or does it not go that fast?
I don't think it goes that fast. It's
Yeah, but put it down a good incline.
This is what it used to be like when I was a little kid. They run these commercials every 5 seconds, and I'd be like, Mom and Dad, can I get one of these?
Is this one Power Wheels?
I sure hope so.
There's nothing like a Jeep, tough and rugged, wide and mean, a hill
Those are
climbing,
way
low
bigger.
toting driving
This
machine.
isn't a real Jeep.
And here's another Jeep to hit the scene, a tough little member of the Power Wheels team. Power Wheels Jeep has a real motor that runs on rechargeable batteries.
The cardigan on the little girl in the passenger seat. I can't.
Power Wheels Jeep and
They even had the Barbie version back then.
That's right.
They were expensive, though. They were not cheap. Not at all.
And that's why I didn't have one.
Samesies. It's unbelievable. But
Let's see if I can find. You guys want
Let's get
to
us
see
one now.
Jack riding in it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hang on. Let me find it.
How much do you think they
Power
are now?
Jack.
Let me see. Power Wheels.
No,
How
but
much do you think they are now?
make them they look like G-Wagons now.
This
what?
one,
G-Wagons?
Acidic wagon.
It sounded like you said Jew wagon.
Nope, G-Wagon, Mercedes-Benz style.
$240
Any religion could drive it.
for one of these things.
$240. Are you going to show? Or you are showing it?
This is not even a Power Wheel brand, though. This one is.
How fast they go?
Okay, that one has the remote control.
It does it? Okay.
240?
Oh, I can see how fast they go. They go 5.5 miles per hour.
Boring.
What's the scooter go that you can get in the city when you hop on one of those suckers? They go 5 miles
20?
Oh, 8?
30?
Oh.
No way.
No, not 30.
The Razor scooters they banned, those went 12.
Yeah.
I felt like I was just flying.
The Power Wheels themselves, I think, are more expensive since they were like kind of the big brand.
Power Wheel.
Let me just get they really like the Jeep Wrangler.
No
did they not
longer
sell
for
these?
purchase.
Yeah, well, that's a real.
I think because the Jeep Wrangler was like an open vehicle, and you wanted to do that in something like you could lift the kid out of in case of stuff.
Emergency.
No. Oh, did you send me the thing with Jackson?
I did.
Yes. Hang on. Let me see. Give me a second to bring this up here. All right. Here, I got a video. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Power Wheels. Where's your cardigan?
This is funny because I wouldn't have known that you were steering this if you didn't tell me.
Yeah, I wasn't the one. My friend was steering it, but yeah.
And it's just on a phone, or it's an actual controller?
It's an actual physical controller.
That is adorable, and I want one. I'll put Carl in it.
Like a RC car or something.
Kind of.
There he is, Jackson, behind the wheel.
Road rage already.
Kids love it, man.
So could they?
Off into
Could
the
they
sunset.
steer it if they wanted to?
I don't know if it. So the one that you brought up on the website just now, was it optional, the remote control? I mean, it said with remote control, but I mean, was there an option for when the kid gets a little bit older to steer it themselves?
Good question. I'll try to tell you. This one says it's a Joy Racer, and it says kids can drive manually or parents can use the remote control with 3 speed settings.
Now riddle me this. Maybe if this guy had been pulled over in the U.S. and someone else was driving him, would he have still gotten a DUI?
If somebody else was driving...
my buddy's in the minivan right behind, the actual car.
That's a Mo question. Because if somebody's using
Obviously,
the remote...
it's not street legal, but...
But if somebody's using the remote and he's like in a cul-de-sac or something, he's not technically driving. Correct?
You would have to prove that he had no control over the vehicle. Because you people have gotten DUIs for not driving, but just for sleeping in their car because they have the keys to the car. Man. Which I think is stupid.
And on a horse.
I think, well, yeah, but a horse, you're moving. Like, I think getting a DUI in a non-moving car
is kind of dumb.
When you've gone there to, like, sleep it off, it's very dumb.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will get into the power hour, the final hour on the show. Power hour. It's true. We will get into that. We will also talk about this viral moment where a 22-year-old is trying to teach his parents, who he is incredibly frustrated with, how to text because they are very, very bad at doing this. We'll go on that journey together. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Make Real Radio 104.1 #1 on your presets on our all-new iHeartRadio app and get cool stuff at Real Radio events. Get the app for free in your app store.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Keep an eye out for an earlier accident getting cleared up on Sand Lake Road eastbound at John Young Parkway. I got good news for you. The major roadways are wide open. There's no surprises that'll be affecting your ride here. It's just some familiar delays starting to pile up. There's off-ramp back up through the city on I-4 to State Road 408. Keep left to avoid those delays. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Truist. When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. So start feeling like it today. Visit Truist.com/care. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC.
Guys, stop letting your Groupon account dictate where you... locations in Oviedo, Winter Park, Winter Garden, and Windermere. Find them online at hammerandnailsgrooming.com.
The Real Radio Bucks Bus presented by TK Law is getting ready to roll. This season, we're going to see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers host the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles at Raymond James Stadium Sunday, September 28th. Join Angel.
All right, everybody.
From the Jim Colbert Show, Friendly Ray Trendley from TK Law as we take a bus courtesy of MCA Transportation to Tampa for this epic NFL matchup. Lunch will be included thanks to Jersey Mike's. You can't buy these tickets. You can only win them. Get the details in.
I always think of The Shining when I see big wheels. True. We got that on our list. Courtney's making like a list of movies we're gonna watch each night in October. We're gonna do all scary movies for all of October, and The Shining is definitely on the list. Classic.
I'm calling Frank Gay. When your home's air conditioning breaks down, you can count on our repairs to work for you for the long haul. That's the Frank Gay way. FrankGayServices.com.
Okay. I keep seeing stories about people going to see Hamilton at the movie theater, and they're like, this is unwatchable. I cannot watch this. Everybody is singing. It's pandemonium. They're ruining the movie-going experience. I mean, what do you expect? What do you expect? If you don't understand that going to see Hamilton at the movie theater is going to result in a lot of people singing along, you're pretty far gone. Gotta put Zombiever on that list? What's this? Is this a newer one? We talked about this, didn't we? Zombievers. Plural. Jordan Rubin. Isn't that the same person? Oh, it's a guy. Film follows a group of college kids staying at a riverside college or cottage that are attacked by a swarm of zombie beavers. A trailer went viral in 2014, and December 2014 was released on DVD. Okay, maybe. Little zombievers. Two minutes. At least they're not throwing chickens. Very true. Now, I ask you this question ahead of the story that we're about to talk about. As far as your texting skills, do you think they're still where they should be? Like, do you think you still text hip? Do you think if you were texting with like a member of the Utes that they would go like, yeah, you're cool, you know what you're doing. You're not using things wrong or, you know, responding in the wrong way. Do you think you still have it in the world of SMS communication? Or are you boomer texting now? Are you doing the kind of texting that this viral video is actually about? We gotta talk about this. Hang on. Stand by.
That's Mike, sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. That's because Mike was smart this time. He took Zquil Ultra to fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs. So now he wakes up refreshed and ready to conquer Mondays.
Let's do this Monday.
Zquil Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Protect your home with Eustace Roofing, where quality meets reliability. Eustace Roofing covers all of Central Florida. With over 65 years of hands-on service, they're ready to help you now. Invest in your home's future and get a free estimate at EustaceRoofing.com.
Looking for new appliances? Stop scrolling and listen. My friends at Southeast Steel are the real deal. Literally. I got my LG washer and dryer set there, and not only did they deliver and install it perfectly, they even hauled away the old set for free. Right now, during their sales event, you can get exclusive rebates worth up to $500. That's right. Don't wait. The sales event won't last very long. Even when it's not sale season, Southeast Steel always has competitive pricing and expert service. If you love saving money as much as you love clean socks, this is your move. Start the process today of getting yourself some awesome appliances with awesome people by going to southeaststeel.net.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free, new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. On the bright side, we're not dead yet. You're listening to the news.
There are only truth and lies in your response, and we'll see where you land on all of that momentarily here. This is going mega viral over the last couple of days, specifically on Instagram. If you've seen this, then good for you. If not, you'll put it on your radar here so you know what's going on. But let me take the experiment very quickly to Celine and Sabrina. And if I had to ask you guys, now this is going to sound weird, but just bear with me. Let's say you were connecting with or like texting with maybe like a young family member or something. So some teenage family member who is hip and cool. Okay. And you start texting back and forth with them, and afterwards they were to rank you and your interactions via text. Do you think that they would say in a text message arena you come across as hip, a little hip, or boomer? Which category? Hip, a little hip, or boomer? Okay. Just to keep it simple with the categories.
I would have answered last week as hip.
Okay.
But I hear that one of the most telling millennial text habits is writing LOL a lot.
Oh, I know. I heard that, and I do that too.
It just softens the blow.
Yeah.
What are they right now?
Well, the story was, I think, Sabrina, tell me if I'm right on this one. The story was like millennials take to ending sentences with LOL like it's a period or something.
Yeah, or it's just like it just makes, it's not that they're laughing out loud, but it's just, it lightens the message, whatever it may be, the awkwardness.
I definitely do that.
So, a little hip.
Mm-hmm.
A little hip. I'm
okay,
certainly not
you're
a
in the
boomer.
middle. Celine, do you think that the takeaway from you would be like, oh, this guy's hip, or is this guy boomer territory? Or
I would say a little hip.
Okay. I like
used to be peak hip, like you went to me to know what was hip.
Right.
Yeah, but the problem is you then keep texting people all the same age as you, and then all the young people come up with new stuff, and then obviously, hopefully, you're not texting teenagers still in your life. If you do, they're like, "Oh my God!" Did
even
you just
my
say?
Younger siblings, they're not too far from my age.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like we're a completely different generation.
Do they get? Will they react if you post like GIFs and they'll go, "Oh God, did you post an animated GIF?"
I GIF all the time, and then I feel better because my mom still uses jib jab. So
I always look at this and I think it's so hard to fully stay up on this, and that's why this has gone mega viral. One of the top comments,
boomer.
I want to say a little hip, but I don't know because I'll still use emojis, and I think emojis are way out on that front. Yeah, I think
love emojis.
Like, if you were texting with, and again, you probably don't have a reason to do this, with a teenager, 17 years old or something, I think if you posted a bunch of emojis, they'd go, that person's older. Yep, that person is older. An older person has entered the group chat.
What's replacing them?
That's good. That's what we need to learn.
Okay.
That's what we need to learn. This has gone stratospherically viral. one of the top responses was from Reese Witherspoon, who said, I've been doing all this incorrectly for a while, so
this is good.
She's
this is
fallen prey. It says, Mom and Dad, you need to get better at texting. This is for your own good. And I guess the son is like telling the parents that they are god-awful bad at communicating via text.
He's giving the 101, though, not on emojis. The reaction on iMessage.
Yes. Yeah. But we'll see what, maybe we learned something here.
Texting. So the thing that we're going to be working on today is how to use the emphasis. So when you emphasize something, it means, number one, you agree with what they are saying.
Did you know that? The exclamation point reaction is
thumbs up was always agree with what they're saying.
Yeah.
To me.
Or is this, hold on, is this multiple choice?
You're in the same situation as someone. Number three, someone ignoring you and you want attention.
Okay. I would say, like, if you respond to a text message I sent with the exclamation points, I would think that applied to, that meant like Sabrina was shocked by the statement that I made.
I have seen it used to convey shock.
Yeah.
But I have also seen it now. Okay, I can't remember if I've seen more this one used or the question mark one for if I have gone what the sender, which is usually my wife, thinks is too long without answering. So it's like if she had asked me like a question that she texted me couple times a week at least is, did I unplug my curling iron before I
and if
left?
you don't respond, she goes back and puts the question marks on it.
Yes,
that makes sense.
Yeah,
I guess if you put exclamations as a response, that is not what all of us thought it was.
So it doesn't have to be all of them. No, it can be one or the other. Let's go over an example. I sent this text to you, and I said, I'm at a bar with Alex Cooper, and you emphasized it.
So go back.
I was excited for you.
Go back to the first.
But that doesn't. It's not like. It's like that. That would mean that like you're also at the bar with Alex Cooper. Were you at the bar with Alex Cooper? No, but I would have liked to have been.
See, I've never used it that way. This would make me a boomer in these text messages. I have
same
not
here.
done it right.
That doesn't mean me too.
That's what they're saying.
That's what they're. Yeah, and
the youth. The youth are saying.
But how do you say that's exciting then? What emoji is that?
Well,
I'd
the
be
top
like,
response.
what?
The top response is, I thought emphasize was the equivalent of saying OMG, which is what I thought. Unless this kid's wrong, unless he's a dummy on this
And
one.
you say, I would have liked to been. How does this doesn't, no. Like you're not in the same situation, I'm not attention, so no. This would be a great like. Give it a thumbs up. Next time you're about to emphasize text message, stop and ask yourself, do I agree with what they're saying? Am I in the same situation as them? Are they ignoring me or do I want attention? If none apply, simple thumbs up works.
Well, yeah, your wife then is on the right track then. I guess the question marks maybe not as much, but to emphasize, you could go for it.
Wifey hip.
This guy does a whole presentation for his parents.
Ashley uses it more to like as the OMG.
Mm-hmm.
Like, something, I'm pretty sure she did it today. What was the last thing that she exclamation pointed? Damn it, I don't have it. Oh, I said that when I dropped Jack off this morning, he was very confused because my mom had just got out of the shower, so she was in a robe, and her hair was all toweled up, so he didn't recognize her and didn't want to go into her arms. And she and she exclamation pointed it.
Kurt says on YouTube, am I so out of touch? No, it's the children who are wrong, he says. It's the kids who are
They're the future. Are we supposed to adjust to that, or we just all of us agree to keep doing the stuff our way?
You know who I think should be right?
Who?
Who has the money?
We do.
Who has the gold makes the rules.
Yeah.
Whose TV was he doing that PowerPoint on?
Exactly.
Mark says, this guy's annoying. Too many rules. And I just try to keep up with what's going on out there. I would not have known this, but it seems like more people are against this than for it. It seems like you can't just make up things or just try to have irony absolutely everywhere that you exist out there. However, this has gone viral because of the conversation from it. And let us know what you think. Send a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, let's work on a couple of responses here. Another thing I wanted to hang on. I don't know if we have time for this. I did want to mention this though. We're getting close to what's going to be an interesting moment at the White House. because they're going to do that UFC cage match at the White House
They're
at
still
some
going
point.
through with that.
Yeah,
huh?
this is
Exclamation point.
This is the screenshot from the television where they were talking about this. It says, plans for UFC cage match on White House lawn. Octagon cage on the South Lawn. A full fight card.
This is funny.
Lincoln Memorial weigh-ins. Jumbo screens on the ellipse. And a possible Oval Office walkout.
So like
the fighters will be in the Oval Office like, dan, 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 you know, and then walk out to the cage match at the White House.
Have we ever actually seen that much of the White House? Like, has a camera ever followed somebody from the Oval Office to whatever stairway, to whatever hallway to walk out the back lawn?
Would we want them to?
I don't know.
Are we giving up the goose a little bit if we show a fighter walking from the Oval Office?
You know, like how people try to map out your house all the time. And
That's a problem. Yes.
Yeah. So if I did like a walkout, you know, from your bathroom, and then like, all right, and I'm getting into it, and then I'm walking and then out of the room and all around. You think that maybe some people are seeing stuff that is not normally seen.
I think the bad guys would take advantage of that. They'd go, oh, okay, cool. We just walk here, walk there, you know,
Have they
kill the
announced
president.
what fighters we have?
I don't know if we've seen that yet. I only have the information that's right in front of me here, if I'm honest with you.
There's like a weigh-in and full security clearance.
It will be straight up on the South Lawn at the White House that there's a UFC cage match going on. And they're going to have like the weigh-in at the Lincoln Memorial. And I guess it'll be like a big
audience,
thing for people. No, jumbo screens on the ellipse. So it's going to be something that like people can watch maybe from different locations. I don't know how many people will be able to be by the South Lawn for the battle there.
Do you think if President Trump is in there with the fighters before the Oval Office walkout, he'll say the same thing that he said to Kid Rock about like, hey, you see that room over there? That was the Lewinsky room. That's where it happened.
Give me that tour.
Come in.
Give me the not safe for work tour. I want to see that. Buzz says it's official. Idiocracy has become real life in America. Now, I saw a story today that said that sporting events were something that they've had before at the White House over the years. But when they showed all the sporting events, they were all very tame compared to UFC. There wasn't like a blood sport match going on at the White House. So I asked you, appropriate, inappropriate? Should this not be happening at the White House? What are your thoughts on this? Let us know right now. Somebody said, is Joe Rogan going to be there? I don't know what's going on with him, man. Seems like he's kind of imploding. I saw some video of Joe Rogan watching a clip, and then his producer was telling him, oh, Joe, that's fake. That's fake. And he's like, nope. And the producer's like, it's AI. He's like, nope. He's refusing to believe that this thing that he was watching wasn't actually a real video. It was a video of Tim Walz doing something. I didn't actually see the video in the clip that I saw from this email this morning. But yeah, it was him talking to his producer, and he's like, nope. And then he had one of his friends on a podcast, I guess, and they started arguing about vaccines, which, you know, there's only so much of that you can do. I think you probably would get over that pretty quickly. And he put a stop to it. They didn't end up getting to the conversation, but it's been a little weird over there in Joe Roganville. Let's see what you got going on. Let's get to a couple of dispatches. Here is Bloodmouth talking about kids reading and writing. Okay. Hello. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Minor glitch.
Mr. Bloodmouth. Hello, Mr. Bloodmouth. Come in, Mr. Bloodmouth.
What's up, news junkies?
There we go.
So you're talking about the kids yesterday that can't read and write and stuff. And actually, the day before yesterday, my youngest daughter's in 8th grade. I got a call from her teacher, and I was like, all right. Oh, God, she's going to be in trouble again. But no, her teacher told me that 12 years of teaching, that my daughter is one of the most brilliant students that she's ever been able to teach.
Nice.
And she feels bad because the class that my daughter's in is one of the loudest classes that she teaches, and she can tell it frustrates.
Uh-oh. Oh, I'm sorry.
She's like, your daughter?
So she was asking me for permission to let her go do her
thing, I guess. Okay. Well, thank you.
Drugs.
That's great.
I thought it was do drugs.
I'll have to let it load.
Dumb her down to the rest of the class. I think everything evens out.
But it was weird because the teacher gave him a compliment, like, you're doing a good job at parenting. Your kid is doing a great job at the school. But by the way, her class is full of dummies. You could have gone without saying that part. Just tell me that my kid's great and that my kid's really smart. And I don't need the rest of it necessarily.
She said the class was loud.
Loud. I think she meant like not paying attention to the lessons. And the daughter is like just barely able to focus.
Lessons in the library where it's quiet during class. And I told her, yeah, that's fine. So, yeah, I don't know. My older daughter, she's really good, too. I didn't get a call saying she was brilliant or nothing, but I know she is.
So, all right. Let her know that.
You want to start some family fun? You want to have a little family octagon? Throw that out there at dinner time and see how it lands.
Yeah, notice your teacher didn't call about that. Let us know how you're doing. Give us a dispatch from your perspective. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Booty Sweat says, this is a dispatch version of my child is an honor student on a bumper sticker. True.
A little bit.
All right, quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from you. Hang out with us on a lovely Wednesday. We'll talk about D.C. and something happening there and a whole bunch more before we wrap everything up on a Wednesday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The left lane's blocked on Kirkman Road southbound at Metro West Boulevard. On the major roadways, afternoon traffic starting to pile up in some familiar areas. Nothing life-changing at the moment, but you are going to run into some slowdowns on I-4 through that amusement park area. Off-ramp backup piling up from I-4 to State Road 408. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Primatene Mist.
During an asthma attack, every second feels like an eternity. Primatene Mist works fast. It's clinically shown to open airways quickly, providing quick relief of mild symptoms of intermittent asthma. Get the #1 FDA-approved over-the-counter asthma inhaler. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again.
Listen up, my friends. Breaking Sabrina news. I just upgraded my laundry life. I got the LG Mega Capacity Smart Top Loader Washer and Ultra Large Dryer from Southeast Steel. And I gotta tell you, this set makes my old set look like a couple of prehistoric relics. Because the folks over at Southeast Steel didn't just sell me the appliances, they listened. They asked the right questions. They got me exactly what I needed. No guessing, no stress, just clean clothes and a very happy Sab. So if you're in the market to change your laundry life, skip the big box chaos and shop where the real appliance experts are. And right now, that's at Southeast Steel. Plus, they've got a great sales event. You could save big with their exclusive rebates. Trust me, at Southeast Steel, you get the best deal. Visit them online at southeaststeel.net and tell them Sabrina from the News Junkie sent you.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Wassey's Meat Market, the best place to buy a big green egg.
Our 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
September 19th and 20th at T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas. Streaming live only on Hulu.
Limited tickets still available at AXS.com.
Get yours while you still can.
Capital One is the proud presenting partner of iHeartRadio Music Festival, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
We're in the dead center of hurricane season. Is your roof ready for the rain and wind? If not, call Eustace Roofing. Do not wait until the storms. Get ahead of hurricane season with a brand new roof. Protect your home and visit eustaceroofing.com to schedule your free estimate. Secure your roof today. Getting a new fence doesn't need to be a hassle. The pros at Fence Outlet will help you with everything from start to finish, including measurements, ordering materials, dealing with local ordinances, and complete installation. Consult with a knowledgeable Fence Outlet representative and they'll help you get started today. Go to fenceoutlet.com. License number C10252 and C10803.
My testosterone is back, baby, thanks to Red Mountain Weight Loss. Man, it was really low, and I called Red Mountain Weight Loss and got my testosterone where it needs to be. And I got to tell you, when your testosterone's right, you feel a lot better. You don't feel sluggish anymore. You don't don't feel like you're unfocused, you don't have problems in the bedroom, things are better. The truth is, men today have 20% less testosterone than their dads did. So this is a solution by calling Red Mountain Weight Loss. It's a prescription, and it's prescription strength testosterone that you only can get from somebody like Red Mountain Weight Loss. And it's awesome talking to their people, and they make it super easy. So if you're losing testosterone and you're having a problem with energy and building muscle mass, you need to give them a call. I did. I'm so glad that I did. It's a Red Mountain Weight Loss. To book your free video consultation with a licensed doctor today, just get online, get real testosterone from real doctors with real great results. Go to redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com, or just dial pound 250 on your phone and say the keyword Red Mountain. It's Red Mountain Weight Loss.
Worried about market losses? If headlines are keeping you up at night, it's time to take control. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I know you've worked hard to save. But in times like these, what if can turn into what now? If you're planning to retire or are in retirement, you need a strategy that helps protect your future. At Trajan Wealth, you can capture market gains, protect your account from losses, and guarantee income for life. Right now, you could receive a bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. You heard me right. An upfront bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10%, all guaranteed to boost your lifetime income in retirement. Don't leave your future to chance. Plan with confidence. Call Trajan Wealth today at 407-213-0000. 407-213-0000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company, DBA, in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Hey, summer's winding down and you're getting back to your normal routine. Think about this, man. Coming up soon in the holidays. You want to be healthy for the holidays. And my friends at Life Imaging FLA have a great idea for you. Get over there and get that full heart screen. That's right. It's a free heart screening from Life Imaging FLA. That's Life Imaging FLA. They know that early detection of heart disease and cancer is a game changer in terms of treatment and outcome. It really is. And they can give you that free heart scan. Take the one you love with you and get that scan. Just pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds. There's a few minimum requirements, but it's definitely worth it. Now, you're going to have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia. Just do that and talk to them about getting that heart screening. Just pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan. You'll be connected in seconds, and cancer screening is super important. It's Life Imaging FLA. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan. Take care of yourself with Life Imaging FLA.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Serving in the military requires great sacrifices, not just for one's country, but also for one's family. Not surprisingly, divorce for soldiers is especially difficult, and it raises a number of challenges that are peculiar to military divorce, things such as deployments, relocation, retirement benefits. These issues can be complicated. So if you're a soldier facing such challenges, go to CordellCordell.com.
Orlando, Florida. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois. CordellCordell.com.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
iHeart's Yacht Rock Radio goes commercial-free every weekend. Enjoy the greatest 70s and 80s smooth soft rock all weekend. All commercial-free.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
High diving, face first into the world's most viral newsroom. This
soon.
Tickets will go on sale for the event of the year, an incredibly exclusive event, hard to get to, the Roast of Sean Wasson, coming up at Judson's Live on October 30th. No holds barred. It's going to be a wild night. It's going to be a fun time. If you as an adult want to do something fun for Halloween, what about you? Huh? You deserve a night. You deserve a little bit of fun. That's what we're going to put on for you. It's going to be a great show and a full-on production.
Yeah, they are trying to get in ahead of things. I'm hearing buzzing around the office that you guys are reaching out, asking Bradshaw for pre-sale codes.
Okay.
They're
Is he delivering?
I don't think he has one.
He is. He's got a side business going right now. So very, very exclusive event. Tickets go on sale really soon. Just keep that in mind. What'd
you do?
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm kind of rocked by this.
Shooketh?
Yeah, I'm shooketh. I absolutely shooketh by this. When I saw this story, and we'll dovetail it with the fact that tomorrow is September 11th, which is not only the anniversary of the 9/11 attacks, but also Christopher Lane's birthday. It's his birthday. He'll be 47 years old tomorrow on the show.
Come on.
39, I think, right?
Yes.
30. Oh, so close to 40. So tomorrow is 9/11, right? And I've seen a rash of these stories, and there's a couple in particular that grabbed my attention. And I do not like this. I do not like this or how it makes me feel. But they're talking about how in school, they're now trying to struggle with how do you teach 9/11, what happened on September 11th, to a new generation of people, of youngsters, of these next generation of kids who they didn't grow up with this. They don't know anything about it. They
were born that year.
No, a lot
they were
of them
out of school.
Think about if you're in school right now and you're like 15, you weren't born in 9/11. You were
So far away
years and
from
years
that.
later. Yeah, it would be like something happening in 1971 for me. And to me, I'd be like, I don't know. I'm not connected to that. I don't have it.
I was only 15 then.
One of the things that they've taken to doing is bringing in people who lived through 9/11.
What do you mean?
Like,
I don't
like
mean
What do you
like,
mean by that?
like World War II style?
Yes, I
Like
don't
they were in New
mean-
York?
No.
Like one
I
of
don't.
us?
I mean, someone who is alive and can tell you what they were doing on that day
Okay.
for 9/11. Not somebody who was in a building, not somebody who was in Midtown Manhattan, just a person
Me.
bringing
I
a
was
human.
in 6th grade and
Yes.
PE.
And they would go, Sabrina, I want you to tell the kids what it was like on 9/11 and how you remember that day and what your experience was like so these kids can know.
I would say, any questions? Off the bat.
And I thought,
what else?
you know what it feels like? It feels like when they used to bring in the old people for the Great Depression or for the Holocaust or...
I did have to interview a World War II vet. 1 year.
Yeah, but that person fought in the war.
Correct. And
Yeah.
even that was a bit of like a lot of pulling to get a story out.
They
Mostly
just
'cause
want
I
to bring...
didn't understand them, but anybody.
They just want to bring anybody in who can understand what it was like on that day. Bring them in front of the class and be like, well, you were alive during September 2001.
Why do they need that if most of the teachers would have been alive in September of 2001?
Maybe they don't want it from the teacher's perspective or something, but they
If
said...
their teacher's 23, 24.
Well, but this is crazy to even consider. 1 out of every 4 people in the United States right now wasn't born on September 11th, 2001.
What do you mean?
1 out of every 4. That's an insane thing to think about. 1 out of every 4 people on the ground alive in the United States of America right now was not born on 9/11. And I guess most of their teachers must be, well, some of them might be a little younger. But think about this, C-Lane. What's the teacher going to do unless the teacher was, you'd have to be at least 12. Well, I don't know. Sabrina was younger than that. But you'd have
I
to be
was
like
12 or
you
11.
were 12? Okay. like if you're too young, like let's say you were 6 or something, so you were born in 1995. A lot of teachers were born around that time.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's what I was just
They're
saying.
Not going to have the insight. Yeah. You need to be born in like the 80s or maybe like 1990 or.
So they want me. They want me to speak at
I
the
think
school.
I'm the cusp. Because I certainly remember it. I was in 6th grade. And
you'll remember like what they turned on the TV in school and all that.
I remember what was like happening in the classroom. A lot of the kids were pulled out of class. I was not. And then we went to New York like a couple months later. And I remember my dad like, we're going to go see Ground Zero now.
Oh,
we all
boy.
just stood around and we prayed or
Very
something.
serious.
I don't think my youngest siblings would remember that at all.
Yeah. So they couldn't, they wouldn't
But
be
here,
able to teach
what you
it.
just heard, that would be my presentation. What else would I say?
Now you're able to go in front of a classroom and experience your history with them. Tell them what it was like on that day.
God. I guess, yes, I was alive for that, but there was a lot more that I would have insight on as far as the tragedies I have seen in my life and what we've lived through.
When
More
somebody
last
comes
decade.
in and talks to the class, Sabrina, about the Great Depression, I'm like, well, they lived through it.
Like, guess it wasn't that depressing.
The economy sucked. Everything was collapsing financially. There was a run on the banks. They, at the time, things were completely and totally different. Cars weren't even mega commonplace at the time. These were different days. And when they explain what their life was like living through something like the Great Depression, I'm like, okay, it happened to all of you. And 9/11, they're kind of saying like happened to all of us of a certain age.
It did. It happened to all of America, Sean. How dare you?
Kind of did, but at the same
From
time,
the
I don't
lakes of
feel
Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee.
I would feel so uncomfortable going in front of a class and pretending like that would feel like such stolen valor. Like, let me tell you my story about 9/11. Why? For what? Why? It's so weird. It makes me feel so old, but it's something that's happening out there in schools across the country. Perhaps you're.
God, that'd be such a great prank for you then.
Just send me in.
Sign you
to the
up for that.
classroom. No, man. God, could you imagine you were alive? All the kids looking up at you with big eyes, like, wow.
If they do that, then imagine all the other things that would just blow their minds. We had to get on the internet on what they call the desktop computer.
You might get on a roll if you start getting some attention from these kids. You'll be like, let me tell you some other things.
Even
kids.
just one word, cursive.
Yeah, right. You just start dropping bombs. Here's what we had back in our day. But yeah, it's a whole different world, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. This is C-Lane's birthday and 9/11. We can do both.
And Ludacris' birthday.
We'll do that, and Ludacris' birthday as well.
What if you only had to do one? What would you pick?
Ludacris' birthday, obviously. Yeah. It's the important stuff.
I would pick your birthday because I have a gift that I need to present.
That apparently is so racy that even AI didn't want to assist her in creating this thing.
And maybe there's 2 out of the 3 subjects you just mentioned that get involved.
Well, we'll find out on the show tomorrow, won't we? We'll see what happens when we come back. We're going to do this. Final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Wednesday. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Classic Alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Real Music Weekends.
Hey, friends. Skull Mike Squad. In a bombshell. Are you ready? Tell me if you're ready.
We'll expect lower chances of rain slowly but surely as we head into the weekend.
Uh-oh.
Drier air filters in.
Can you not hear me?
Only climb into the mid and upper 80s. In the Box 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Gorilla Tape. Get storm ready with
You're ready, right?
Trust.
Storms coming. Prep with Gorilla Tape. It's tough, weather resistant.
Okay, you can hear me?
Rough and uneven surfaces.
2 things in a bombshell.
Protect. Gorilla Tape holds strong.
First thing, rate the show. Rate the show out of 10. 10 out of 10, you had a great time. You enjoyed yourself. 1 out of 10, you want your money back. Rate the show out of 10 right now.
Have made the switch to solar. They got the panels up there saving money. They have the freedom and peace of mind knowing their home is covered in the event of an outage and powered by clean energy from the sun. And they're saving
10 out of 10 would recommend.
Next on the block, the company to call is.
I'll get to the bombshell in a moment.
They've been helping homeowners go go solar for 17 years.
Soft 8.5 or strong 8. 10, 9. 7 out of 10. 8.1, 10, 9. 9 splattered missed bodies. 10 out of 10 now that you fixed the audio. Okay. All right. Now, who do you think is going to be Chatter of the Day? What's your recommendation? Your nominee for Chatter of the Day. And then a bombshell when I come back.
407-777-5050. Tell them see a link from the News Junkie section. They'll save even more money. And check them out online. Go to solarinstallersoflorida.com.
Look, your body's your main solar. Why settle for a wrong-size fits all body? That's where Biome comes in. Biome uses advanced science and watch your gut biome with a simple application. So you know exactly
Oh, there you are.
supplements
You okay?
are right for you. All based on
Oh, that's okay. I'm sorry. Hang on. Let me show you. Okay. Okay. Chatter of the day. All right. I'm doing it. Eddie Hernandez on YouTube. Chatter of the day. Congratulations. They said you couldn't do it. In fact, a lot of people assured me that they would never listen to the show again if I said you were Chatter of the Day. But I'm doing it anyhow, Eddie. I'm doing it anyhow. Now a bombshell. The tickets for the roast of Sean Wasson are currently available for pre-sale on the Judson's Live website. However, you will need a code to be able to purchase those tickets. I will give the code to Secret Show's subscribers immediately after the show. I will post the code on Discord immediately after the show. Those are going to be the first people who get a shot at these. Those are going to be the first people who get a shot at the tickets to the roast. I will make the code available for you, along with the link to get these tickets first, for Secret Show subscribers and in the Discord. And from there, we will roll it out.
Top reasons your career wants you to move to Ohio. So many amazing growth opportunities, high-paying jobs, and technology.
All right, to get them right now, you need a promo code. I've got the promo code for you. There are only 130-ish tickets to this very exclusive event. So if you want to go, you're going to have to be fast. And Secret Show subscribers and the Discord are first.
Launch your search at callohiohome.com.
Going to email the Secret Show subscribers? No, I will be posting it on the Secret Show's Facebook page. If you are a Secret Show subscriber, if you go to my account in the top right, you should be able to see a link to the Secret Show's Facebook page. And I will be posting it over there. And I will be posting it in the News Junkie Discord. You can join the Discord on the website, thenewsjunkie.com. Look for the link. These are going to go incredibly fast, so you're going to want to hop on it as quickly as you can. And a great advantage will be being a Secret Show subscriber, because I'm going to put it there first, and then right after it sits over there for a second, I'm going to put it over on the Discord. And then we'll announce for everybody else, we'll make the announcement about the ticket sale tomorrow at 11 a.m. when the show starts. We're Skull Mike Squad. That stands for something? Yeah. You're getting to hear this right now. You're hearing this right now. Bootsy says, I'm buying 20 tickets. Let's go. Let's go.
He took Zquil Ultra and sleep fast, stay asleep longer, deeply restore sleeping needs. So now he wakes up refreshed and ready to conquer Mondays.
All right, here we go. Coming back.
Fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs. So now he wakes up refreshed and ready to conquer Mondays.
Let's do this Monday.
Zquil Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
America's #1 app for radio is iHeart. Live radio, trusted DJs, breaking news, live play-by-play, plus the station you're listening to right now, anytime, anywhere. Join the millions who already have it. Open the free iHeart Radio app today. The #1 app for radio.
From school drop-offs to weekend getaways, at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, you can get a quick and easy oil change in about 15 minutes. Drive in today. No appointment needed. Go to VIOC.com for money-saving coupons and to find a location near you.
This Earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
The game of magnets, taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
That didn't make the cut. And today I learned, to wrap everything up for a Wednesday. I'm trying to do about 5 things at one time on the way out. So,
you too?
Do bear with me. There's a lot going on here. I don't know if this is true or not.
If what is true? I'll tell you.
Charlie Kirk?
No.
Oh.
I don't know if it's true. It's not.
Are you talking about the other thing?
Charlie Kirk, the political commentator, was apparently doing one of these events that he does where he goes out and debates with the kids on the college campuses and allegedly has been shot on the campus of Utah Valley University. Let me see. Okay. I just see pandemonium in some of these earlier clips. There was a tent where he was set up. And there's not a lot of information about this right now, but I'm trying to find out what I can as we go through the show, which explains the things that we were working on here. But give me a moment. That was a couple of minutes ago.
I'm just seeing it in one place, Desert News.
There's like a freeze frame of what looks like him getting hit, but I don't know if that's legit or not.
UVU alert was sent to students, campus on lockdown, according to this report that I'm seeing right now. Suspect is in custody. Bystanders report saying Kirk shot near his neck during a Q&A.
Yeah, that's what this looks like. It looks like he is shot in the neck in this screenshot. Real quick right here. Charlie Kirk, and it was in one of the latest.
Very close. Like the shooter was holding a camera?
It could have been. It might have been. Well, it may have been in the middle of one of these debate things because it's called Prove Me Wrong. And he'll say, like, here's this Republican or right-wing viewpoint that I have. And the college kids come and debate that with him. And, they'll talk about abortion or they'll talk about this or that. And they've done this on various campuses around the country. But as of right now, it looks like somebody...
video right now.
Someone shot him. Can you see the shooting or what are you seeing?
I can see it's from far away. They zoom in and you could see him get hit.
Yeah. The only thing I see is real far away like that. Let's see. Is this it? Okay.
Yeah, that's one I saw. I don't know if there's any curse words, so be careful.
Stay by the bleep. Oh God. Yeah. Jesus. I don't know where they were from, but somebody 1,000% shot him. I don't know where that was from, but yeah, he's talking into the microphone. No idea where that came from. There's a very, very, very large crowd that is gathered outside of this event where Charlie Kirk was speaking, and somebody, I don't know who, in the crowd ended up firing on him. I couldn't tell exactly what he was talking about there, but again,
boy, dude.
This was at the University of, what did I say? University of Utah Valley University. And it's unknown how he's doing. But yeah, these are pretty common events that they engage in, sort of the change my mind type thing, There's a lot of stuff going around that's I don't think true, but there's a video of somebody being arrested.
Yeah, this old guy.
This is the man. I don't know if that is, so I don't really want to show that necessarily. Let's move on. But yeah, somebody attacked him on this video, and we'll learn more about this as the information comes in. That's all I got for you right now. Okay, keep it on the station. I'm sure you'll hear more. Right now, it's time to get into it. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Wednesday, September 10th, 2025. And here we go. Today I Learned this movie series right here.
James Bond.
There you go. James Bond 007, indeed. Sean Connery had such a bad time on the set of The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen in 2003. He decided to retire from acting and publicly complain about the idiots that make Hollywood films these days.
Was that a Bond movie?
No, I think that was a different series afterwards. But you know him from the Bond stuff. He doesn't want you to know him from the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. He's not fond of his participation in that, I guess. And let's get right to
I know him from
the
Finding
outro.
Forrester. Punch the keys.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
That's a good one.
Today I learned this band. Let's see if you know this, Eli.
Dave Matthews.
No.
Volbeat. The Volbeat.
Stone
Temple Pilots?
The Stone Roses is correct. The Stone Roses, this band that you're hearing right now, would often display zero interest in promoting themselves. They never responded to journalists. They never did any radio interviews. They just didn't want the attention. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast.